right, Neeves knives.
What up, bitches? I know you guys probably aren't going to believe this. We had some technical difficulties.
Just a little bit.
We had the wrong cableage.
Yeah,
We didn't have this. We more had this.
Yeah, we were looking for this.
Yeah,
but we got this.
right.
We tried to use the camera, but we didn't have one cord, so it didn't work out. But
yeah, so Mr. Cue Ball's in the house,
but he can't stay. Is that what he's saying? You're already dipping out on us.
Dipping out. You hit the like. Well, at least you did that, sir. Thanks so much. Yeah. Hope things are going well out in Cue Ball land.
Over a little bit in here.
Yeah, whatever. I'm good.
Or we can just turn the.
It's all good. So we
did film a couple videos.
We did.
Watch out for that. They're going to be going up on my channel tomorrow or the next day. They're pretty long videos. We have two of them, but they're really good though.
Yeah, they're good videos, so that's cool. So what's everybody up to this evening? We've got I don't know. There you go. Catheritic EDC. What up? What up?
We are in a hotel room.
We're in a hotel room. We are, I don't know what, like not even a mile away from Six Flags in Gurnee, Illinois.
Yeah. Right by the mall.
Yep.
Mall in it.
Absolutely. So, just hanging out, having a good time.
Hey, super chat.
Josh Branson, what up?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, so what you can't hear is they'll be here. Let me get this off the screen real quick so you can see it because it'll come in just a moment. Thanks so much for the super chat, Josh. Should come up anytime now.
It automatically comes up?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There'll be there it is.
Oh, did you set that up like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And all the people should have heard like all right or something like that or hell yeah, or something to that effect.
Here too, hoping you fellas got the right cablage. We got the right cablage.
Single bed. No, Mimo. It was a 2-bedroom, but we pushed them together. You know what I mean?
So we made it work.
Yeah. I can just reach over and rub his ear and that sort of thing.
And I like my ears rubbed. So
yeah, it's all good.
Lucky sneaky bastards. My favorite two tubers. Thank you, man.
Oregon Knife Guy. Thanks so much, dude.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the mallet to ship my purple carbon fiber midnight jack tomorrow. Man, those midnight jacks are so nice. That's my favorite one yet.
Yeah, dude.
It really is.
It is good.
I like the Warncliffe one. That would have been my second favorite.
Yeah.
But man, that sheep's foot with that hollow grind.
It's good.
And you know what's really good about it too is because it's that sheep's foot, you have a lot to grip onto. To pull it out.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to open. Such a good knife.
Sean, you're gonna love it because it's really fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait for those to go out. People have been pretty pumped on them so far, and I can't wait for people to get them in their hands because they're really good. They're really, really good.
That's the one that, like, in my opinion, like, because remember, it was a surprise, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one was a full-on surprise.
If I would have seen that one in the thing, I would have already known, like, that's one of my favorites right there. Because I like the coffin-style handle, too.
For sure.
It goes so good with the blade.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark? We're reading you guys over here.
Yeah, looking at
that fat carbon fiber too is done so well.
Josh Branson coming in with the cableage comment.
Such good quality.
Yeah, it is, and it looks fantastic. And the purple is perfect. Like the light bounces off of it. Well, it's freaking good.
Fat carbon fiber, like when you see so many different kinds of it, you realize there really is different qualities of it.
For sure.
I never realized that before I had multiple different versions of it. Like I got this one from Boker, and it's not good quality. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's
fat
good.
Carbon, though.
Yeah, it's fat carbon, but I mean, it's good. But when you compare it to like that fat carbon, it's night and day different. There's so much more color. It's more vibrant. The fibers are just more.
They reflect the light.
Yeah, and just everything about it.
Hell yeah. Well, I know Ben sourced that stuff specifically for those knives. So yeah, it's cool, and they turned out really well, and the fit and finish on them spectacular. The hollow grind on it is fantastic. It's really good.
Josh,
you guys are going to be pumped.
Josh says he needs that Slickum for his Yo Jumbo and a CME for his Yo Jumbo.
I've got some news on the CME front. So this right here is the new Knife Center exclusive Shaman, and this one is
S90V, right?
Yeah, S90V with burlap micarta. And it, as luck would have it, I didn't even know this knife was coming because this one was announced and then dropped really, really quickly. But you know, me being on top of things, I started making burlap micarta CMEs a minute ago. So they're all done and they're all ready to go.
Talking about things falling together, right?
Right. And so, you know, you can have a beauty like that right there. It matches perfectly.
It
like,
really does.
It's so good.
It looks like it was planned for, like, the same cut and everything.
Yeah, it's the same tone, same color. Like, it couldn't have been any better. It's absolutely perfect. Now, obviously, this one's not on, or it's not
on yet,
not glued, but you can see that it looks beautiful and turned out amazing. So I've got burlap micarta for the Shaman and for all the standard models as well. So those are live on the website right now if you want to go check them out. So
Josh, I think fat carbon fiber is actually made from one specific company, but there's a bunch of companies that make similar stuff, and they it's all called fat carbon.
Yeah, like
fat carbon is an actual company.
It is, yeah. And so it's kind of like a name like Kleenex or like Bobcat or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just become kind of like the go-to name for it.
Yeah. Would you think they would kind of be upset at that because their stuff is the good stuff? The actual companies, like, they do a really good job with it.
You live on the coast of Oregon, and it's wet most of the year. So yeah, dude.
Hey, Knife Modders. Sorry.
Oregon Knife Guy. Thanks so much for the order, man. I think you'll let me know what you think of it after you try it out. Yeah, I've been really pumped on it so far, and most people, the feedback I've gotten so far has been really, really good. Yeah, so I hope it works out well for you. Living on the coast of Oregon, that's some beautiful country out there. So I'm a little bit jealous. I'd love to come out there and, I do come out there from time to time, and I absolutely love the coast of Oregon. It's gorgeous.
Spyderco's S110V better than S90V. So for me, we've been actually talking about this quite a bit today about Spyderco steel. It's so good. Like, their heat treat is far better than what you're going to get from everybody else production wise. So regardless of any one of those, they're still really good. But me personally, I take S90V all day.
Yeah.
S110V does got the edge retention, but it is a very glassy.
Yeah, it'll get chippy on you, and it's kind of a bitch to sharpen. Like, it's a bitch to deburr.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's still really good.
It's still good.
I mean, if you're literally cutting cardboard and like specific things all day, every day, and you have no chance of hitting staples or rocks or chips or anything like that, then it's great. But if you have a chance of hitting any of those things, then, it's going to chip it 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. And what up to Knife Modders? Sorry, I didn't say that earlier. And Aberdeen Blades, he says the CME was a perfect match. He says he can't even match his socks. Knife Modders in the house. So hopefully things are good for you guys out in the old CA.
Trojan Magnum fat carbon fiber.
Yeah,
Trojan
absolutely.
Magnum.
Yeah. Well, and then you need some Slick 'em all. If you're getting the Trojan Magnum,
you better have Slick 'em all.
You got to lube it up. You know what I mean? Spit on it or something.
Better use the Slick 'em though.
You're looking for a lefty pocket clip for your manly comrade. Well, I mean, on the manly comrade, I mean, you could put any pocket clip you want on there, you could just rotate the clip over. The clip's not reversible on that thing, if I remember right. You know the manly comrade?
No.
It's the larger than the manly wasp slip joint.
Yeah.
Came in like CPM 154, I think, if I remember right. Not a bad looking knife. Pretty good one.
Doesn't have a reversible clip though?
Don't think so. It's been a minute since I handled that one.
If you get some sandpaper, man, it's amazing. You can fit a lot of clips in, like, if they're like in set and things like that. Like, you can make a lot of clips work for other knives if you try.
So why in Gurney? No, I was out here working, and Jared happens to live really close here, and so you know, I'm originally kind of from this area. I grew up just a couple hours away from here in Illinois, and my job takes me all over the country. However, as funny as it sounds, like I just live in the next state over, but I literally haven't been in this area for like 5 years, or we would have done this sooner. Just so happened that
this work just located him right here.
Yeah, that's right, right. And yeah,
ridiculously close.
Yeah, like literally, I've been posted up in this hotel. This is my 3rd night in this hotel, and I was here for work. And literally, he lives like what, 5 minutes from this hotel. Away. So it just worked out.
We actually, like we were saying earlier, I know there's new people in here. We went and filmed some videos. So I have some videos that are going to be posted. We brought some knives and showed each other some knives that neither one of us have seen. We're going to have 2 videos on that. That's going to be really cool.
And there's some good ones in there. He brought a bunch of brand new stuff that I had not seen before and had not handled.
Maybe you guys haven't seen either.
Yeah, probably. I'm guessing there's a bunch of them that you guys probably have seen either. But I brought some older stuff that he had never handled or seen.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Really cool stuff I'd never even heard of.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
which is always cool because you feel like you've heard of everything, and then you pull something out like, what?
Yeah. Oh, you bought a Crewwear PM2 from me? Right on.
Nice.
I hope you're happy with it.
Crewwear, man.
Yeah, Crewwear is good.
Such a good steel. I love that steel. It takes such a fine edge, and then the fine edge it takes, like unlike some other steels, you know, like it has a long-lasting fine edge.
Yeah.
You know, its working edge doesn't last very long. It's like the exact opposite of like Maximet. You know what I mean? It's almost like a reverse opposite of it, but you know, like in a good way. Because Maximet has a really short-lasting fine edge, but a long-lasting working edge. It's just the opposite.
Old Mimo coming in hot with the jokes, the yucks.
I put a CRKT fossil blade on a Gerber flat iron handle. You'd be amazed at what you can Frankenstein together.
Hell yeah!
Out of an odd and knife parts. Yeah, that I can't even imagine those two even going together.
I mean, yeah,
the blade is so different.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I would think that the Fossil's blade was so much thicker, but hey, it made it work. Shit, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's cool.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear you love the PM2. So mini J cape, they're saying hype or tight. I haven't handled it, so I don't know.
Man, I'm like brain farting right now. The mini J cape. I don't think I've tried it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I've heard about it. I've seen it. I know what it looks like, but I have never handled one.
The Gerber will take any help it can.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's true.
That is funny.
You know, I seen there's this guy. He's on the internet on YouTube, and he cleans boots. Like he literally, like people, I forget what those guys are called, where you sit down in front of them and they clean
like
your
shoe shiners.
Yeah, shoe shiner, right? Yeah. But he does like a really good job, and people sit in the chair, and he films it always. But when he does it, he always takes out a knife because he cuts their laces off and replaces their laces.
Oh shit!
But so his videos, every single one of his videos, he pulls out a different knife.
Oh,
and he actually kind of shows it, so I can tell he's a knife guy.
Yeah, that's
and then
awesome.
He's also made a couple of videos where he showed some of his knives, and he has really good knives. So you know, he just kind of incorporates. Sometimes he'll even use them like to scrape some of the boot or cut some of the leather off, and it's so cool.
Yeah. Yes, Mark. I did bring the Onslaught, and Jared checked it out. He was pretty pumped on it.
Yes. That was one. Never even heard of it, to be honest. I mean, I probably heard the name, but I never like really looked at it or seen it.
Okay, so Knife Modder says the full-size J-Cape is amazing, so I'm sure the mini is great. There you go.
Especially if you thought the full-size was a little too big.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, they have it. We have it on good authority. Knife Modder says
it's weird how your thumbnail. Oh, it's behind there. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm blind.
Yep. Well, I think it puts these. You're talking about the little red box.
I feel bad for your maid tomorrow. So much slick them
right.
everywhere.
I saw that.
That's hilarious.
You're talking about the little.
Yeah, how it's in front of that.
It's because these are people that are subbed.
Oh, so we can catch them.
Yeah,
you can catch them. Hey,
if they're if you're not subbed, then you won't have that.
Channel.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they got the lives where you can set them to where only subscribers can comment. And if they do, it'll let them know that like if you comment, everybody will know you're subscribed. I don't know why that would matter,
right?
But it lets you do that to where you force people to sub if they want to comment.
Yeah,
because it's crazy when you look at your analytics how many people watch your channel, even mine. It's like 80% of people that watch my channel are not subscribed.
Oh yeah, mine's
it's like
the
a crazy
way.
amount.
Yeah.
You're like, what? How can that be?
It just seems weird, right?
Yeah, so weird.
Yeah, that onslaught is badass. That is for sure, Mark. Delilah, what's going on? Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Hey there, Delilah.
So today I had some pretty good. Hopefully, you guys had some good carry stuff in your pocket. What did you have?
I had the XM18 skinny 3.5 with the sheep's foot. Favorite blade shape, like on a hinder period, but even just like period. I love this blade shape. One of my favorite ones for EDC. The skinny just makes the XM18 even more comfortable than the regular one, which the regular one's super comfortable. This is a badass knife, and this one has the fat carbon fiber.
Hell yeah.
And it's a really nice cut of it.
It is. That's a good one. It's got a lot of color in it.
Yeah.
So in my right front pocket, I was rocking the Medford M48 today. It's a good one. Sweet hollow grind, sweet tank tracks, you know, good. And then in my other left front pocket, I was rocking this bad boy right here. This is the new OTF from Hogue. It really sucks because you can't really see the mill pattern, or I guess you can kind of see it there, but the camera does it no justice. She's a beauty, and it's CPM Magnum Cut, aluminum frame, carbon fiber show side, double edged. Yeah, pretty sweet, pretty cool little knife.
In my EDC organizer, I have the mini Malice.
That thing's pretty
The button lock mini Malice is a button lock. They did a great job with the detent on this.
Yeah.
Solid detent, great reverse flicking action. Yeah, straight up really good.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking that that between that one and the Kulix.
The Kulix is really nice.
I don't know, man. It's tough.
Because both of them, the Kulix has thumb studs, and
Yeah.
you know, this one has the fuller or hole deployment. So, you know, depending on which one you like out of that. But both of them are like the same size. They're very similar. I'll say the Kulix is a little more slicier, though.
Yeah.
Because even like the full-size Malice was a little robust. But I was thinking, like, this would be, and I have another one coming of this. I think the blue one with the stonewash blade.
Oh.
But putting a hollow grind on this.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
I did that on the Archbishop 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
Came out so sick. Like,
Yeah.
it's so thin. It's like 10,000s behind the edge. Nice
Hell yeah.
deep hollow from BGM knives. Shout out to BGM. So that would look good on one of these two.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, everything's better with a hollow, right?
Everything.
Like my M48, beautiful hollow on this thing. It's well done for sure.
The little exceptions are when they have a thin blade and a tall grind.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's okay because it's such a slow taper,
Right.
that it's like almost like a chef or something.
Like the onslaught.
Like the onslaught.
Tall blade, thin blade stock,
Exactly.
flat ground, but still.
Yeah.
10 out of
You
10.
don't want a hollow on that.
No.
It'd be too much.
It would be.
It's
Yeah.
shatter.
Yeah.
Especially with that steel.
And that little Hogue fixed blade.
I wish
that bitch is slick.
they did the mini Malice in the same flame anno like
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you get the raw one, you can do it yourself.
There you go.
You get
There
the
you go.
raw titanium one, you can do that yourself. Or just flame it. Yeah.
Is
You can
the one
torch
that you
it.
have, is that tie or is that aluminum?
It's tie.
Oh,
It's full tie. So
it's just coated.
but they have the raw one, the blue one, a bronze one, and then the blacked out one. But the other ones all come with stonewash blades.
Yeah.
So this is an easy mod job if you were wanting to anno it.
For sure. Yep.
With the raw one.
Raw dog in it.
Raw dog in it.
Yep.
What's up, Gamma?
Mr. Kluver in the house. What's going on? Late night knives in Illinois. Yes, sir.
Steve
Yes,
Kluver.
sir. Gamma, what up?
Tariq, man.
Yeah. Oh, Tariq's in the house.
Pouches, man.
What's
Those pouches.
Right?
Those things are badass, man.
You grab one right there.
Yeah. Actually, I'll grab two of them.
There you go.
These things are fire.
Yeah.
My
For sure.
favorite pouch by far.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
100%.
I love it.
100%.
I think, what I like about it is not only does it make me want to put nice knives in there,
right?
But I always know that I have nice knives in there.
Yeah,
and when I grab it, I feel good about it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a feeling you have. Like you feel good about having your knives in there.
Speaking of nice knives in the in Tariq's pouch, that's one of them right there.
That thing's a beast,
there you go,
man.
You can check that out.
Ooh, that thing is so smooth.
Yeah.
I know you guys haven't seen the video, but with the way the clip is right here, flat, your hand, the palm of your hand just lays right there. I don't even know this thing has a clip. It's so damn comfortable. He handed me a few knives, and like there was a couple of them. I was like, man, this is so comfortable. And it's like the next one just got more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you pull this one out, it's like, holy cow.
Yeah. I gave him a handful of knives. It's so good. So good.
So slicey.
Yeah.
I love that they did it so robust and slicey at the same time. I can see why people would love this.
Yeah. Yep. So it's too bad they don't make it anymore, but
why?
Yeah.
Why? How long did they have it out for? Do you know?
It was like 5 years, I think.
Oh,
4 or 5 years. Yeah. It was around
the
for
only
a bit.
guy who didn't get it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen very many of them.
Have you seen them on the secondary market?
Not many.
I imagine
not many.
probably.
Mainly the mini one is the one I see more often on the secondary, and they make it with a black blade as well.
The mini?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about, I think the full size only came like this, but the mini they made with satin or black blade.
So they did two sizes.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mini is like a standard size knife.
Oh, so it's not a mini, it's just a standard size knife.
Yeah, it's like, they make the full size Crooked River and the mini Crooked River, and the mini's like a 3.5 inch blade. Right. That's how the onslaught, the mini one's like a 3.5 inch blade.
Which, I mean, both of them are good, but the mini's more seeable.
This is like a 5-inch blade. Or like 4 3/4 or something.
Knife Modders picked up a Magna Cut large Sabenza in Singo.
Nice.
Recently. Man, that's badass. I heard that they were running their Magna Cut really good.
I don't know.
I heard.
I knew they were running it, but
just what I heard. Know. I heard it was like, I'm not positive, but maybe Knife Modders should say, what are they running their Magna Cut at? I heard they were going to do it pretty high.
Nemo says he's carrying the shame and then the burden of good looks. Nah. Shit. Bitch, please.
How you doing, Levy? 63-64, see?
Oh, nice.
That's amazing. That's exactly where you want it. That's a perfect place.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That is so good. Because like what I've noticed is, man, once you get 62, like you watch it, like it literally just dramatically drops in performance, in sharpening, the way it takes an edge, everything. It feels like a completely different steel. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
So 63-64, yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Burden of
so
how you doing?
Yeah. So Jared got to check out the Nimble X today as well. I know I was on one of your videos the other day and someone asked about this. Asked you if you had it or something.
I've had them all in for review.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, man, they're badass.
They are. It's just a good little knife.
And there's a reason why they're popular. Yeah. They're popular because they're awesome. They really are. And since he's doing different sizes, different shapes, he's doing, basically one for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is really awesome. I'm going to grab a knife.
Grab some shit. Yeah, so I saw somebody in here was asking about Jared's foot. I can tell you that he's getting around just fine.
That's how long the first video was.
Jared brought his big black box.
I'm getting around good.
Yeah, he's getting around pretty. I mean, it's a little like hop along and whatnot, but I mean, he's walking on it and all that stuff, so it's healing quickly.
Yes,
and
I'm going to be tearing my stitches out tomorrow.
Yeah, so and
manually.
My surgery, they didn't put stitches in; they just used glue. So my shit's healing up good, and not that I didn't have any troubles walking or anything. I'm still on like weight restrictions or whatever, but it's all good.
So first, let's check this one out again.
Mark says if someone has an onslaught and lets it go for less than a kidney, they're a damn fool.
That's what I was wondering, man. I can't imagine like what they go for on the secondary market, because there's just those ones that are good ones, and you already know, like if they come up, they're going to go for a lot.
That thing's sweet.
Yeah. So
will be. If you got an issue, send that thing over to me, and I'll get it squared away for you, and then you can have action like this. I'm going to cut myself, but this thing is fantastic. So you know, I can get her dialed in for you if the action's not good. But, you know, if you want to talk to John as well, go ahead. Like, whatever. I'm sure he's a busy guy.
If the action, okay, so I tried one Nimble, and it was a prototype though that did not have great action compared to all the rest of them. All the rest of them were perfect.
Yep.
But I knew upon trying it that it was a prototype, and the final production was going to be better. So I imagine your action's probably that way. Something to do with the D10 ball rubbing on the finish, maybe. I'm just guessing. Yeah. So I imagine it's probably fixable and very easily fixable. So, but here is the Best Tech Fairchild, a combo design. This thing is crazy drop shutty.
Let's see here.
D10 is fantastic, but
we need to size these up.
Size them up. They're both big as fuck.
Yeah. I don't know,
oh, they're like nose to nose. They're both beasts.
Yeah. Big old boys right here.
So Best Tech is going to wind up doing a smaller version of the Fairchild. It's going to be a while, but because this thing, you know, like if you choke up, you can see how much is hanging out. It's a big knife, but man, it's slicey. The blade shape is perfect.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Like it's one of those knives that it kind of reminds me of in a way to the Liang Ma Field Duty.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a beautiful knife. I mean, the thing, it's really, really good in hand. And in the choked up position, you know, I mean, I've got a little tail sticking out there, but it's good. Real thin behind the edge. Action's great. It's a good one.
It feels like good quality too. Like they did a good job with it. Best Tech does a good job.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was not that I was sleeping on Best Tech, but a lot of I was trying out their OEM stuff, and I noticed that, you know, their OEM stuff, they're just knocking out of the park. Like it was almost like they were flexing. But from like their stuff, I wasn't really up to date with their stuff.
That one's good.
Next one, we're gonna check out the new Fenrir.
Yeah.
By Concept.
That thing's sweet.
Concept is willing to do things that other companies are probably passing on to some extent, like a reverse bolster lock. And for lefties, that works out great because you do not have to worry about pressure on a lock bar at all.
That's right. That's right. And this is why I like titanium.
Stout detent on this one too.
Yeah. Titanium liner locks, you know, because I'm left-handed. Just works out extremely well.
Yeah, so much better for you.
Front flipper. This thing's cool. Yeah. I really dig it. And, you know, the Poon Gooch, just get right up in there. I dig the blade shape. It's cool. The tip's a little bit high, but it still works out really well. I like this
because
one.
It does drop down, but then it gives you belly too. It's kind of like the, you know, the in-between.
It is. And super thin tip on this thing.
Yeah, that's one thing. Don't drop it.
Yeah, really thin tip.
A dagger knife? Yeah, it does. It definitely reminds you of a dagger knife. Why wouldn't they bring back the Onslaught, Contigo, etc.?
I don't know. Because they're too busy. They're making the Weekender. You know? The Concept Sparrow is sold out. I don't know what the Sparrow is.
Sparrow. I can't remember which one that is. But they got some heat coming though. One thing I noticed is like in the reverse grip, this little cutout, man, your hand just lies right there. Not saying you're going to use that grip, but if you were gonna, holy cow. I also got, which I know this one's out of a lot of people's price range. It's out of my price range, but the Shoro Goroff F3R carbon fiber titanium liner locks.
That thing is.
It's stupid.
Pretty unbelievable.
And like we were talking about earlier, the D10, you can go up as high as you want on it, and it's passed.
Yeah.
I love that.
The pocket clip on this thing is amazing.
Is the most comfortable knife in my opinion.
Yeah. This thing's really good. Like when we were done filming after we checked out Neeves' black box.
Yeah, it didn't go on the video.
Didn't go on the video, but he asked me what my favorite knife in the box was, and this was my call. The pocket clip here is fantastic. Look at the ramp going in and out of the pocket. It's phenomenal. And
yes, I did bring the Convict. I did. I let him check out the Convict.
Yep.
What'd you think about that?
I fingered the convict. It was really good.
He did.
Yeah, that was my first time handling a dual thumb stud convict.
So it's so much better.
It is. It's good.
I love the regular version. So when
it was single sided, right? It had the long bar that was single sided.
Yeah, but I still, because I took it to work and I used it all day at work, and you know how like when you really start using a knife, you fall more in love with it, just the way it works.
Right.
So I wound up falling in love with it. Then I got the double thumb stud version and fell out of love with. Not that I fell out of love with it, but they fixed everything that would have been an issue or an argument.
Right.
On the first one, they gave it a choil, double thumb studs. They took out 2 screws, and yeah, it's a dime piece. It is the convict. Love it.
Oh, okay, got it. Sean says that's a collaboration with Sparrow Knives.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't know that. I love his logo though. It's a skull right there.
It's like a bird skull, right?
It is a bird skull.
There you go.
I thought it was a skinny skull. It's a sparrow.
You thought it was a plague doctor.
I thought he was just so skinny motherfucker.
Yeah.
I thought he was starved to death before.
One of the knives that I brought was this one I picked up at Blade Show. This was the Giant Mouse Nazca, and this thing's pretty solid. It's a good one. Faux show. And this one is one that it looks kind of I don't know. It's different for sure. I don't know that I really necessarily. It's not super sexy, but it's something. But once you get it in hand, it's pretty damn good.
I'm messing with Lefty EDC.
Oh yeah, what's he up to?
He's live.
Oh, he's still alive. Still alive.
So I'm reminding him right now that they're messing with our shit.
yeah.
Messing with our life.
Still alive.
Pretty impressed with the Gerber Savvy. I haven't messed with any Gerbers.
Yeah, I haven't either.
You know what?
I don't know what the Gerber
I'll
Savvy
be honest.
is.
I did give one a chance. I bought one. I made a dumb Amazon purchase. So listen, I have not given any Gerbers a chance in a long time. The last one I gave a chance, shit the bed again. Like it seems like every time I do, it never fails to disappoint. So I just don't mess with them. But everybody kept saying, this one's really good, this one's really good. So I did buy one recently. I haven't tried it yet. It hasn't showed up. But once it does, we'll see again. I don't have high hopes, but it does look good. It's the best looking one I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Nothing from Gerber has really struck my fancy for quite some time.
The Shirogorov Soft Overkill is awesome. The Soft Overkill? I don't know what that is. Get your hands on one as soon as possible. I don't know what that is. I did bring my titanium one as well. I think he likes the carbon fiber one a little bit better, but both of them are great.
Yeah, I like the carbon one better than the Thai one.
Well, because you're also lefty too.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah. Right on, Sean. Well, at least we know.
Sean.
You came over for where the cool kids hang out.
That is awesome.
Did you meet Sean at Blade Show? Sean was down at Blade Show.
I met so many people. Did we meet Sean? I honestly, there were so many people I met that I probably don't even remember. Like there was, you told me today about dude being the camera guy.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so
this whole time people ask me who was the camera guy. I was like, I don't know, some guy.
So we were filming the knife box videos and whatnot, and Jared brought up the Knife Joker. If you guys are familiar, and
because you can get like certain knives from Knife Joker.
Yeah,
like, they're all collaborations, right? Like basically, or are they exclusives?
No, he does some dealer exclusives.
Okay.
But I mean, he's just a regular knife dealer. It's just a knife shop,
right?
The Knife Joker, but the guy that owns the Knife Joker, his name's Travis. Super cool guy. Met him at Blade Show. Talked to him quite a bit. He was a lot of fun to hang out with. He's the guy that held the camera when we were trying to find someone to hold the camera, and then we were walking, and I saw Travis, and I was like, "Hey, Travis, come here."
When we filmed the intro video to the knife show,
when we all
coming
walked
up the stairs with the music playing, that was the guy holding the camera. I did not know. I thought it was just a guy. I thought we literally just asked the guy, "Hey, you want to be our film guy?"
Right.
Oh, cool. Michael, you jumped over here from Bob DeMarco's.
Left DeMarco. Yeah, right on. Yeah, Bob's a good dude for sure.
Such a good dude.
Yeah.
Everyone watch your nets. Justin's in the house.
yeah. You'll have that. Yeah, I thought, Sean, you met Jared. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Shane, what up, yo? Shane definitely was also at Blade Show.
How is the ask doing?
Let me tell you.
Best one I've felt. I've only felt 2, so.
Yeah. So
but the first one didn't have that slickum on it. Yeah.
So my ask knife in the pocket. I've been using it quite a bit.
Do you put it in a pocket slip or anything, or you just drop it?
I just drop it in the pocket. Yep. It's been good. Really been digging it, and so far so good. Yeah, you can
go up to Levy's comment. Levy, I got a question. Maybe either of you two knife geniuses. I got my first hinder yesterday. Good for you. Yesterday, and the detent ball has a flat spot. The thumb studs are not usable. Should I replace with a ceramic ball?
All right. So here's the deal. Some knives, I mean, they intentionally mill the detent ball to have a flat spot. Like the only one I can think of off the top of my head that does it on everything is Grimsmo.
Some of them come with a really strong detent. The hinder. Some of them come with a really strong detent at first. It does break in, but
okay. Are there steel detent balls?
It's ceramic.
It's ceramic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's ceramic.
So the reason that you would want a flat detent ball instead of it being, an actual rounded surface, because if you have a ball, you've got just a tiny point of contact, and so your PSI, the tension on the lock bar, the stronger that is, and the tinier the spot is where it's actually touching. Think of it like soil compaction. So like for tractors, for example, if they have really narrow tires on them, they're going to push really hard in the soil and dig down deep. If they have wide tires, they float up on top, even though the tractor weighs the same.
Right.
And so by spreading that tension or that pressure out over a greater area, you can effectively make like better action. That's why some of the reason why Grimsmo, like the Norseman, when it came out originally there's multiple reasons, but that's one of the reasons why the action on that knife is really good. So the detent ball being flattened off could be an intentional thing. I don't know if Hinderer actually does that intentionally.
Probably, but I'm wondering if they got an old one or a new one.
Yeah.
Because they said steel. I don't know if they used to use a steel one, but they do come, some of them, not all of them, but most of them, I would say, brand new come with a stiff detent because they want the flipper tab to work really good. The problem is they're usually pokey. I softened mine up, but it'll break in though if you let it. But I mean, if you're not willing to do that, like you said, you can kind of release some tension if you want.
Yeah, you could release some tension off the lock bar, yeah, I mean, and on the thumb stud, I don't know about when you're saying that the thumb studs aren't usable. I mean,
they break in. Sometimes it's really stiff. Make sure you're not putting pressure on the lock bar. Keep your fingers off of the lock bar. If you touch this lock bar, it's going to lock yourself out. Put pressure up here and all around, but not on the lock bar.
Yeah. So CPM says happy 125th to Victorinox. That's cool. And Shane, to answer your question, I'm going to say yes. The short answer is yes, but only because I don't think it's going to take a really, really sharp knife to remove a ruptured testicle. Now, if you wanted to get one out that's intact, I think you're going to need a sharp knife. But if it's already ruptured, fuck it. Just, get in there and get it out. Just dig it out. That's
use a swooping motion.
Yeah. I mean, you could use a spoon.
Levy, it was more than a month before I could use the thumb studs on mine. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's pretty stiff too, I'll be honest. And mine's breaking in, but I don't touch the lock bar. I'm gentle with it. And it's got a strong detent for sure. But it just breaks in, and they're made to last a lifetime.
So when he's talking about, I thought he was talking about the shape of the studs. He's just talking about the detent so strong you can't use the thumb stud.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, they're made to be a 10-year knife, a knife that just gets better over 10 years. So
yeah, you could sharpen a spoon for sure. I will say And I was telling Jared this earlier. So on my Ask knife, this is S45VN. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see the secondary here, but
look at that reflection off that blade, though. That's a nice finish, man.
It is.
They did such a good finish on that.
And it's not polished.
It's just that good.
Right. Well, the way that they did this finish was hours and hours and hours and multiple tumblers.
Tumbles, yeah.
Yep. And with different grits and different things. So that's
do they?
Cool.
So they go for so long in one, and they go to another one for so long.
I think
finer and finer?
I think it's 4 steps.
No,
I'm pretty sure is what I heard. Yep.
It's a lot of time.
Yep.
The fuck kind of show did this turn out to just now spoon out? You ruptured your
your ruptured testicle. Hey, you never know where it's going to go. I mean, you might get high centered on pelvic bone.
I don't know if it'll show up. I had a 15-degree edge on this beast. It looks really good. It came out really good.
Yeah. And the good thing is when you put a 15-degree edge on your Hinderer knife, you've got enough there that you can use it as a mirror. So you can look into it and you can see everything.
You're cutting your nut out.
Yeah, your secondary bevel is like this wide across that thick beast of a blade. So you always got a mirror in your pocket,
especially if it's the regular one. This one's the skinny.
That's the skinny.
If it's the regular one, it's
38 thou behind the edge.
Right.
Yeah,
but this one, because it is a little bit slimmer, man. I like the way this thing cuts. It's nice and comfortable in the hand. But you do have to, if you lay back the edge, it cuts really well.
Yeah.
If you don't, it cuts.
Well, you got to just push it through that rupture.
Right.
You just got to grit your teeth.
You just got to rupture it through.
That's right. That's right.
What's the difference between Convex and Scandi? And dumb it down, Canadian here. Go for it.
Okay. All right. So, and dumb it down. Well, a Convex grind is the secondary, just the secondary bevel. And it's rounded, so it's like on a belt, right? Like, so if you use a belt sharpener, like the Work Sharp belt sharpener deal, when you put the blade up against, the belt's like this on the side, and when you push your blade up against it, the belt kind of wraps around the edge a bit.
That.
Yep.
Around.
And so your secondary edge, instead of being perfectly flat, a V like this, it ends up being like this, where it's rounded. Now, you could have like a true zero grind, like a Convex. I mean, but that's not normal on any sort of folders that you're going to buy. A Scandi grind is more like a. I'm trying to think of the best way to refer to it. I mean, a Scandi grind is really and it's like I'm trying to think of what the hell they call it.
It's like a zero grind.
Yeah, pretty much, but it doesn't go all the way to the top, so it's not a full. So it's like a saber ground blade, but then instead of having a secondary bevel, so it's. I'm trying to think of something we have here that
what? Here, I can
references
get something that'll kind of reference it probably.
So a zero grind would be that the grind goes from the spine of the blade. So like here. So a zero grind would go all the way from the spine all the way down to the edge with no secondary. And a Scandi.
Picture if this entire grind right here just went straight down to the edge. There was no sharpened edge down here. It just was basically from here down to here was all the edge bevel. So it's just flattened down to the edge. But it's not rounded like a Convex. It's just a V grind right down to the edge.
Right down, yeah. So you're not sharpening at a steeper angle once you get down there. But you could take a Scandi and then put a secondary edge on it.
You can,
So I mean, there's
toughen it up a little bit because the Scandi grinds are really good for wood.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing things with wood, Scandis are the best.
Well, and that's why chisels are. I mean, basically just a zero grind, or they don't have a secondary bevel on them most of the time. They just have the one edge.
Can you knock down the edge on my XM18? What do you mean knock it down?
What up, Junior? My kids.
Oh, you mean lower the angle? I can. But right now my books are closed. But as soon as I open back up, once I'm done with this injury and everything, I'll be open back up. But yeah, and if you're not wanting to wait, I can tell you somebody that can do it for you too.
My kids in the chat.
Understand the Scandi grind. Wait, I still don't understand how a scanning grind even works. So a scanning grind, let me just show you this again.
Grab that hinderer. That hinderer's got a big fat secondary on it. So you should be able to, you know what I mean? Like,
so picture my edge bevel right now. The shine, well, as soon as it shines at you.
There you go.
You see the shiny part? Picture that edge being the entire grind right here. From the top here all the way down to the edge. And it just V's right down to the edge. But there's no edge bevel. The edge bevel is the grind. And like I said, fixed blades do that. So you'll still have the spine up here, right? You'll still have this flat portion up here at the spine, but as soon as it hits the grind is just V ground all the way down to the edge.
Yeah, and so on this knife, this is really close. And let me, if I can get it to reflect. So you can see the secondary bevel when it reflects the light right there. It's really small. It's really tiny. And so if you were to sharpen this and make that come down to an absolute point to where you didn't go back, you know, because once you sharpen this is at one angle here, and then you come back at an angle something like this and sharpen that edge. And so a Scandi doesn't have that secondary sharpening, if that makes sense. Kind of hard to explain it. If I was a good artist, I would draw it out for you, but I'm not. So
this is another really good knife, the Manix XL.
Yeah.
I love the Manix XL.
That is a good one.
This one's got a nasty edge on it too. Nice big edge bevel.
Yeah.
The Spider Ghosts come with a low angle, which is one thing I like that they do. They come with like a 15-degree edge bevel.
Mm-hmm.
What would the difference between a sheep's foot and a Warnaby? So a Warncliffe, here I can actually show you. So their terms get used interchangeably.
Yeah.
But technically a Warncliffe should show that actually sweep down from the spine down to the edge. But now in order for this to be a Warncliffe, the edge would have to be straight.
Yeah.
Perfectly straight like this. See how this is perfectly straight? So picture the spine like this, but the edge is straight across.
Yeah, so they call this a Warncliffe, but it's not truly.
Nope.
This is actually more like a sax blade shape, where this is clipped at a 45-degree angle, and it's straight. And some people will call this a reverse tanto, which in my opinion makes no sense at all.
Because this is not sharp.
Right.
If it was a reverse tanto, a tanto is sharpened on both edges.
Yeah.
But a sheep's foot is just like this. Here is an actual sheep's foot, right? Well, actually, this one does have a straight edge, but a sheep's foot's right here. So it goes like this, and then it clips and rounds down right there. This one actually is straight. Usually a sheep's foot has, well, actually it has a little bit of belly. It's not perfectly flat. So yeah, this is a perfect sheep's foot.
Yeah, a sheep's foot's got a little bit of belly, where a Warncliffe is perfectly straight.
This looks perfectly straight on camera right now, but it actually does sweep up a little bit. There's a little bit of belly right there.
Yeah, the Convict is a sheep's foot.
Yeah.
The Convict is a sheep's foot blade, and I'm sure I've got some shit laying around here. I don't know where my stuff is, but yeah. And honestly, you know, there's so many things that are, you know, kind of
this is a great sheep's foot too.
There you go.
There's a sheep's foot.
Yep, that's a good one.
And it's not called a sheep's foot because it looks like a sheep's foot. It's called a sheep's foot because it used to be for caring for sheep's foot.
Yeah.
Their hooves.
Yeah, so a lot of the blade names got their, or a lot of the blade shapes got their name, you know, like a sax blade or a Warncliffe. Warncliffe blade was actually the name of the guy who, I'm pretty sure it was the name of the guy who invented it. It was made for, right?
Lord Warncliffe.
Lord Warncliffe. It was a knife made for him, not by him.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yep. It was made for him.
Yep.
He wanted his own shit.
Yep. And but like the sax blade is also a straight cutting edge, but instead of the spine
almost
being
a
rounded,
Warncliffe, but it has this little. If this just went rounded all the way down, this would be a perfect Warncliffe. It's just rounded all the way down. But you know, that's why we say modified a lot, because there's modified Warncliffes, modified sheep's foot, modified drop points, because it's the same. It's basically the same thing, and it works exactly like it's supposed. You know, it should. But there's little nuances that make it modified. Artisan Sea Snake Small EDC Fixed Blade design by Mike M. Or somebody's asking about a Warncliffe Small Fixed Blade. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great one.
Yeah, and this is really a sheep's foot blade as well. This is the TRM Shadow. So, you know, there's all sorts of different shapes and sizes and whatever. I mean, the list is endless. It just goes on and on and on. Tariq, later. It's lunchtime. Have a good one, man.
Oh, man, Tariq, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks so much
He
for hanging
did
out.
not get to check this out in the video, but I forgot to pull it out. But he did get to check it out right after.
The original, right?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, this thing's sweet.
I love it.
It is a really cool little knife. Little button lock, super well done. This one, aluminum scales, right?
Yes, solid aluminum scales. So they're kind of robust and still light. So it feels very solid. It has a perfect weight to it. Super, super smooth. And it comes with a coated version too, like with a coated blade with they have green, black, and then the gunmetal.
Yeah, this one is, I don't know if
Gunmetal.
that'll focus or not, but it on the spine right there, it says Kaiser or it says original gunmetal. It's pretty cool looking.
And here's a real Warncliffe.
There you go. That's
Okay.
yeah, that's perfect because of that right there.
Yeah, because it just tapers down. Now it could start here and taper faster or slower, but the point is that it just slowly tapers down,
But
it's got a straight edge.
I don't know. It's damn close. It's damn close.
It's close.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's got amazing action. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this thing is so good. Such a good knife right here. Look at that sharpening tool. Perfect sharpening tool and plunge grind.
Yeah.
They killed it with this one, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Even the lock bar, just unlocking it, it's so smooth. This is a great one. Sheepdog, I've noticed that most sheepdog designs I like.
Yeah, no, they're good. I'm gonna grab that.
Did you ever try the Deviant by Kaiser?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that one. And that's another one, sheepdog designs. And then the Kaiser sheepdog. So if you guys stay in here in a minute, we're gonna have Justin take a whiff at some men's fragrances. We're gonna see what he thinks of a couple of them.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this place smell like a whorehouse.
Yeah. My room brings all the boys to the yard.
Yes.
So I was thinking that I had a few. There you go.
Have you ever?
That's a decent one. It's not perfectly rounded, but it's pretty damn
it's a
close.
modified of both.
Yeah.
A modified Warncliffe and a sheep's foot.
Yeah.
Have
The Axon.
Have you ever stabbed something that was with a liner lock into a table or any lock, and when you stabbed it into something, the lock failed on you?
Mm-hmm.
That's one reason why. Like,
yeah,
if you guys ever see
it's happened a couple of times.
It happens in this direction backwards. So if the knife folds this way, because when you go to stab,
right,
it folds this way. If you do it this way, usually it doesn't because the pressure's going towards the spine. That's why I always say, if you guys ever stab something into a table, make sure you're stabbing with the pressure going towards the stop pen. As it sucks.
It does suck.
On you.
I about cut my damn fingers off. But this back when I was a young man, and I actually went to stick a knife in the side of a tree.
Yep.
And fucker folded up on me and damn nearly cut my goddamn fingers off. I think I was probably like 15 or something, you know, being stupid. So that was something.
Warncliffe is the Cold Steel Tough Light. Yes, that's a perfect Warncliffe.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure.
There's only one cologne out there that matters. True Religion Drifter. That's it. Fight me. I haven't tried that one, so I might have to fight you. I'm going to try it first.
I'll try it. I don't know
before we fight.
If Big Red's in the house or not. I have no idea.
Shout out to Big Red if he is.
Yeah. What up, JB?
Spanky. As bad as you'll hate to see me leave, I know you like to watch me go. Gotta finish getting Maddie, Stevie, Q Ball, Grumpy, and Bees packages finished up to mail. All right, brother. Thanks for joining, Josh.
Oh,
thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Josh.
Thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Appreciate it.
Have you tried Spice Bombs? So I have some on the way. So I will be trying it. Now I have another one that because I haven't tried Spice Bomb. that I think is going to be similar to Spice Bomb, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna because I have one that when I think of Spice Bomb, you know, and what I've heard about it, I have this other one that I think might be good, but I don't know yet. We'll find out. And that one is a Zorro, by night, I think. Something by night.
Right on.
What do you got there? Oh yeah, that thing's weird.
Yeah. This is one that he kind of dug a little bit, a little budget knife.
Never tried this one. Never even heard of it or seen it or anything. But it is super interesting. I love that blade shape.
It's a good one.
Super useful blade shape. If this had a hollow,
yeah, it'd be vicious.
And it's got that secondary lock, so you could stab it into trees.
Yeah, you could. You could. Yeah.
Nice action. Ooh. The lock bar is thin though, so it's kind of tough to do tricks with the front flipper if you touch the lock bar. You still can though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good one.
Super different. Lots of milling on the inside too.
It's real interesting.
Very
interesting. It's just something totally different.
And I like that from time to time because we see a lot of the same old, and there's always what seems like fads that go through the community where everybody is doing the same
right now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So during those times, it's great to see something different. This is one, man. I wish they would have kept doing this one because I never got to try it till today. I would have liked to have gotten one of these.
Petrified fish with the funky thumb wedges. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it.
Petrified fish with the funky what?
Thumb wedges. It's got the little. I think they're triangulated, like thumb stud.
Oh yeah. I want to try.
Remember what it's called.
I want to try that one.
Yeah. So
sometimes those funky thumb stud wedge things work great.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't. But that one looks like it will work good.
Hey, Kyle, no, we haven't looked at Jared's Tucson that's dicked up. Maybe tomorrow. Lost the tip of my index finger.
Better than your pecker.
Yeah, right? No doubt. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't want to lose the tip. It's kind of my favorite part.
You couldn't say just the tip anymore.
No, I couldn't. Yeah,
just the center.
Yeah. just the middle, baby.
Just the middle.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Yeah. I can feel it if you do circles. Oh, shit. So I have to ask for what Neeves keeps saying is Levy. Is that Levy or Levi? Levi Collins?
Now you put me.
I'm just curious. I keep reading
We could have just went with it.
Check. This is my son. We gotta celebrate this. Check this out. Read that.
Oh shit, Dan! I forgot to tell you, but my name for the jet just finished printing today.
So my kid, who's killing it in the Air Force, because he got it's kind of hard to explain, and I'll fuck it up if I try to explain it. But basically, he got to be an assistant crew chief. So he got asked by a flight chief or some damn thing. I don't know. They got acronyms for everything. Either way, the moral of the story is the kid's getting his name on the side of an F-35.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Right? Yeah, dude. That's super cool.
That's
super cool.
Oh, man. That's something to be fucking proud of.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Send pics when it happens, P. I'm so proud of you. Man. Love you, kid.
That's absolutely amazing.
You
better take pictures of that.
Yeah, for
and then
sure.
go tell all the. Is he married?
No.
Go tell all the whores at the bar.
Right.
Man, that's a flex. Yeah. That's a flex. Man,
right.
You ain't even got your name on the side of a jet. Are you really?
My name is on an F-35. Spanky, thanks so much for the $5.
They named a fighter jet after me.
Right.
After me.
Matt says,
badass I
just
am.
the base.
Just the base.
Just the base.
All right.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Spanky, for the $5 super chat. That's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so kid's gonna have his name on the side of a jet, which is super freaking cool.
Man. So cool.
And the pilots all have their names on the side of a jet, but for the ground crew guys,
of course they do.
Right. But for the ground crew guys, only certain people get their names on the side of the jet. So,
only the badasses.
Yes, sir. Earlier, right before we went live, Neeves was telling me that he's trying to get the blue check mark on Instagram.
I'm fighting, man.
And,
fighting
and I
tooth
said,
and nail.
I said, what do you get if you get the blue check mark? And he goes, he says, basically, girls just want to fuck you. so basically, you just get clams in your face just constantly.
All day. That's all you get.
Walls of pussy coming at you. It's
everywhere you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know how many girls we got in here. Lindy, can you attest to this? If you see a blue check mark, are you just ready to just throw it right in some guy's face?
Knows. She knows.
She knows.
She knows. Well, wait. My face was on a milk carton once, so I'm glad they found you.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah.
I remember when that was a thing.
Oh yeah, I do
when
too.
I was a kid.
I do too.
Justin, I am sitting here flipping my bronze anodized Tucson TS2. Oh, where'd it go? 228. Some jackass gave me. Guessing you're the jackass.
I'm guessing so. Right on. That's awesome. Your comment went by too quick. I don't know.
What's up,
Blue
Alice?
check
How you doing?
Panty dropper.
It does.
What up, Alice? How you doing?
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
I'm guessing you're tying some knots.
Yes, she's always tying knots.
Always tying knots.
Monkey fisting it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever looked at Musk and Hustle's stuff, Jared? No, I haven't.
What up, Pocket Razors?
I have not. But man, I'll tell you what, man. I've went through. I'm gonna be after probably tomorrow or the next day. I'll be pushing about 50 different fragrances after like over the past month. So and all like top tier stuff. So
hell yeah.
And I've got as of right now, I have my top 5. After I try these next 5, then I'll see if one of those beats any of the 5 I have right now. Actually, since we're talking about it, you want to smell something?
Yeah, let's get it out.
All right, so
hey, Pocket Razors, what's going on, man?
I got 4 different fragrances here. So I'm gonna save these 2 for last because I don't want to mess up the thing. So this one is.
Bring it on.
Should we spray it on something?
Here.
Or do you want to just spray it in the thing or something?
Yeah,
so kind of spray it in the air or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that one is like something like for like the gym. It's
this one just real quick.
Ahead,
this is Allure Home Sport.
Yep.
Et tu do toilette.
Yep.
Toilette.
Toilette.
This is MP 9623.
Allure Sport.
All right, here we go.
And you can just spray it up and like take a good whiff.
Yeah.
Because I know the damn drapes could stink like ass
they
cheeks.
Don't.
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. It's a nice clean one. It's clean.
It's it's
supposed to be something like for like the gym or even like just out and about, but where it's just a clean fragrance, like you just smell clean, sporty.
Yeah, I sprayed a little on my finger.
Yeah,
but it's a good one. It's definitely a good smell. It's not too sweet.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's very versatile.
Yeah. I think this could work in several occasions.
Right. I wouldn't say for
that
like
one's a
winter, but it would work like really good, like out and about, going to the gym, things like that. You really can't go wrong with it, and that's what's kind of good about it. I think that one's good for just about anybody.
Yeah,
no age limit, anything. Because some fragrances they do have an age limit
for sure.
For sure. Okay, so now this next one, this one's Bleu de Chanel. Now this one would be for. Well, let's just put it this way: a lot of ladies like it.
So this is the old box getter.
Yeah, that's a box getter.
Okay. All right. Now, see, to me, this one smells. If we're gonna put ages to it, one smells a little older.
That one smells a little older.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. To me, it does. It's good. It's good. I
would say it has. Go ahead.
I'm
not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing.
So I had to get my nose holes on hook
I wouldn't say that, but go ahead.
Okay. So to me, now that I've compared to the first one, I would consider this to be more of a going out at night cologne.
Yeah.
And more of a fancier smell.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Than a more high dollar. Let me say that.
Yeah.
More high end than the first one. The first one, to me, this was a more mature. Maybe not old, mature is the better point here. Where the first one, I could see, high school kids using it.
Right.
And
I know what you mean.
Good both ways.
Yeah. And when you hear those words, like sometimes in my mind, sometimes you tend to take that the wrong way. I wouldn't take it because I know exactly
this
what
isn't
you
Old
mean.
Spice grandpa cologne. That's not what I'm saying.
No. This is a really good smell. And
this is for your guys wearing Breitlings and Rolexes.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
It's a higher class smell than the first one. The first one was good. Like it's not a but the first one could also, like, if that smell came out of a can of Axe body spray, I wouldn't be shocked.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a bad smell. Don't get me wrong.
Clean.
And it's not cheap. It's clean.
It's clean. Yeah. It's clean smell.
But this
one actually smells like a fragrance.
And it's
you know what I mean? Yeah, classier. You could definitely wear it with a suit and tie, or you could wear it like, if you're just dressing out for the night to go out with some, your lady or whatever.
Well, when you're out chasing boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Now, this next one is possibly the most popular men's fragrance right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And this one is definitely like,
this is Dior
Sauvage.
Yes. Okay.
And the girls love it, men love it, everybody fucking loves it.
All right.
It's just a super. Yeah, I would go for a different side.
I got a new spot here.
Okay.
The other one I did down there.
Okay.
I got the curtains in my hand. I wanted to make sure that they didn't stink first.
Yeah. And it is really good. I like it too.
Okay, so now this one is sweeter.
And it's got a spice to it too.
Sweeter, yeah.
Sweet, spicy, yes.
Okay, so now
cardamom.
Yeah, I need to let it air out. I need to let it air out a bit. All right.
It's real. I fucking love it.
Okay. Yeah, now this one honestly, I feel like it's kind of between the first two.
Okay.
Like it's good and definitely I still think the second one,
this one, Dior Sauvage again, guys.
If we're putting them in like a level of like class, like the second one was like the highest class. Mm-hmm. This one is, I can't picture like 18-year-olds wearing this, but 24-year-olds.
Yes. So
I don't know.
I would say any age could wear it, but
sure,
yes, it's definitely a masculine smell,
yeah,
but a sexy masculine smell. So it's on, like, if you look at a lot of ladies that do fragrance channels, like it's on almost every single one of their top 10s, and men's. So if you look at either one, men's or females, they always put it on their list. It has cardamom in it, and cardamom has a spice smell to it without smelling like apple pie or anything like that. Like it's just a spice that's sweet, good smelling, but it's also masculine, fresh smelling. It is considered a blue scent, which is supposed to be like a shower scent. We only have one more.
I would have grabbed a towel or something, but I'm kind of stuck in a corner here, and I can't like there's a bed in the way. And but it was pretty funny. Levi,
is that coffee?
Did we? Yeah, but there's nothing.
No, I'll say take a smell of it. It'll fix your, it'll just fix your nose really quick. Because now this next one really quick. To me, so let me ask you this really quick. Which one was your favorite out of those three? If you were going to pick one, if you were to have to pick one.
It would be between the second and the third.
Second and third?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I honestly...
I agree with that.
I think the second one.
Okay.
Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this one, in my opinion, is the better one of all of them. Okay. Now, this one has the cardamom in it too, a little bit of the spice, but it's also considered a blue scent, which means like a fresh, clean scent.
Okay.
But it's got that cardamom in it, so it's got that. Just go ahead and check it out.
This is Dylan.
Dylan Blue. It's Versace Dylan Blue.
Versace Dylan Blue.
Yep.
So it's Dylon. It's not Dylan. It's Dylon Blue.
Dylan Blue.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
I know.
All right.
I'm waiting for open moment where they are like, you get a smell. You get a smell. Everyone gets a smell.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Yeah,
that one's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that one's good. But again, to me, like the first one, to me was less mature than the last three are like a higher class, just like a more masculine.
Like I said, the one is like for the gym where you're not trying to smell good, you just want to smell fresh and clean.
Yeah.
Now this one, in my opinion, if you smell it a few times, and it's technically patchouli, but I smell because it has I think pomegranate.
I've never smelled a hippie that smells like that.
Pomegranate, well, pomegranate and patchouli mixed together, which is like it's kind of like a mandarin and grapefruit mixed together, but it winds up smelling like a black cherry.
There you
go.
go.
It smells like a black cherry spice and then fresh and clean underneath. I really like this one, but
Nemo says this live.
But yeah, would you
Daytona 500, baby? I was thinking he was going to bust out some high karate.
Wait, just got the Tucson TS226 and the 229. Jerry killed it with these. Jerry Jelly does a really good job with a lot of his designs. Some of them are a little out there for me.
Some of them.
But some of them, man, like the 223, I love that knife. That's probably my favorite Tucson.
Yeah.
Don't scrub nuts with your nuts with it. What's up, Gabriel? So, would you have a favorite out of because I think you picked the other one was the Blue Additional and the Blue Additional, and then the last one. Would you have a favorite between those
Versace
two?
Dylan.
The Versace Dylan Blue.
Yeah, I think the
between that and the Chanel.
Yeah, I think if I just was going to pick my favorite, probably the last one.
Yeah,
but the second one was good too. I mean, it was really good.
Justin, which one is Tabby gonna like?
Oh, dude, she's an old skip scab from way back. She likes them all. You know what I mean?
I think there's just some smells like, if you understand like what certain fragrances are, like say, what's it called? Like say a blue scent is more like fresh and clean. Then there's like a molecule smells. Molecule smells means it smells like something. Like say if you like the smell of bananas, right? It's a fragrance that smells like bananas.
Right.
If you like the smell of roses, it's literally a fragrance that smells just like roses. So there's different smells like that. And if you have like an idea of what you like, you can find exactly what you want.
He said,
what's up, Gabriel?
The infection smell on those curtains.
That's what I said.
Hey,
I said,
they
be careful because it might just smell like ass cheeks.
No, they really didn't smell. They didn't really have a smell. So I don't know.
Smell good. I mean, that's what that means.
They might be fairly new because they don't look bad. I don't know. Either way, it worked out.
That's hilarious. So
yeah,
past the infection smell. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Throw in some face wash. Give them a gift bag.
Hell yeah.
Thus is starting to sound like an Avon.
Avon.
Yeah.
Avon party. Yeah.
But I'm a proper
right.
Avon.
It's like Dylon. It's not Dylan. It's Dylon.
It's Dylon. Yeah. But I've gotten a bunch of people though. A bunch of people have used my links for fragrances and even contacted me and said thank you. You know.
Hell
shit.
Yeah. No, they were awesome. Good. They were all three or all four of them were good.
Yeah.
Like they all.
Yeah. They're all winners, but it's just which one's your preference because a lot of fragrances, man, like they can all smell good. They might not be your style, right? Oh, sometimes they're your style, sometimes they're not.
Mimo, that you don't. I don't even need to call room service. I'm near Chicago, dude. They leave a teener under the pillow
every time.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I get a new one every day. I mean, instead of they don't give you the chocolate mints, they give you a
teeners.
Yeah, right.
Matt, thank you for joining, man. No, that was Spanky. Sorry, Spanky. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah.
Later, Spanky.
Spanky out of here. Later, Spanky. Thanks so
much. Cigs and come with a dash of Lysol.
Thanks so much for the super chat.
How many are like they have tobacco and like rum fragrances together?
Oh yeah,
where it literally has like almost like a rum smell with like a smoky rum smell. But if you're wearing a certain outfit, that would fucking smell delicious on you to a lot of people.
Absolutely. Yep.
Dude, it pays good to smell and look good. Man, that is so true. So true. Like I always say, man, if you walked in to get a job, right, and you smelled good and the other guy didn't, you're going to stand out over the other guy, especially if you fucking stunk.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So
yeah,
at least don't do that.
I mean, at least, you know, when you smell nice, people know you're at least keeping up in your shit. And,
no, it's kind of like, think about this. Think about you jump in somebody's car, right? Like today, when I jump in your car, you know what I kind of smell?
What?
A little bit of new car smell. Scent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That new car scent?
Yeah.
So smelling
my
that.
car's not new.
but you know, like you can have the spray, you can have the thing that hangs. But the point is, though, is that I think almost everybody, when they jump in a car and they smell a new car smell, they get some sort of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of puts a smile in their brain, like either comfort or comfortable. It has a comforting feeling, and yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it. That's a pretty true Warncliffe right there. I mean, it's a big old rotation down, but it's still,
this thing kicks, man.
It does. Killer whale.
Fucking
thing's a hog.
That flipper tab, man. Woo!
This one's called Booger Sugar.
Bugger Sugar?
Booger Sugar.
Booger Sugar.
Yes, sir.
It's a bromance. They're escaping the wild.
Or KPL. Blasphemous. You can't be talking about that shit on
here.
here.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Slick 'em.
Hey, yeah. That's it. I'm not calling you Levi anymore. It's Levy from here on out.
Lucky bastards.
Yeah, I don't know what we got going on here. This thing got all dicked up. I don't know what happened.
Look good, feel good. Great to see, man. Talking about building morals and smelling right. Yes, absolutely.
That's facts.
Facts. I mean, I think honestly, sometimes those things are left out of a lot of the men's communities, man. Because who doesn't want to fucking, be good, feel good, smell good, work good, work hard, work
fun,
strong,
not too much
slap
sausage.
hard, just
Yeah. Do everything hard.
Yeah.
Flip hard, do the whole deal.
Fun, but too much sausage. Too much sausage.
Hey, dude, you got to pick it up here. You need some slick-em-all, but you need a car more. Yeah. Well, I understand that for sure.
I was going to say something mean, but I kind of held it back. I was going to do that. Well, your mom just left, but I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. But it would have been funny if I did, though, right?
Levi, the Slick-em-all is back in stock. It's live on the website right now. Yeah, you can absolutely go grab some. It'd be much appreciated. And we'll... not for internal use, Shane Gables. That is correct. Internal knife use.
No stropping with it either. Don't do that.
Don't put it on your strap. It's not that. I mean, if you want to slick, you want to slick your strap up, you could, I suppose, but it's not going to strap very well.
Right, it's not going to strap very well.
Yeah, the wrong kind of shit.
He's got another slick 'em for that.
Yes, sir.
You also have those burlap CMEs on there, right?
Yeah. So, but actually, I didn't show. I showed this at the very beginning of the video, but
now there's people.
Yeah, let me pop this thing back out real quick because I got something kind of cool for y'all.
Mike says I mistaked it for my eye drops. It looks like toothpaste, but doesn't taste minty. Whoops.
All right. So if you guys have bought a CME from me, they come in packaging like this with stickers and all the stuff you need to put it on and what have you. But this right here is the new Knife Center exclusive S90V burlap micarta Shaman. And as luck would have it, I started machining and milling burlap micarta CMEs a few weeks ago, and so they're all done now and ready to go. So we got them for the Shaman as well as the standard models, all burlap micarta. This one is not actually on here, so I got to hold it at the moment. But
it looks so clean on there, man.
It's so good.
It matches perfectly.
It literally is the perfect match.
It's an accident that just worked out.
It's the perfect color, like everything about it. It's absolutely perfect.
You could even probably line it up to match the pattern, to be honest.
Yeah.
It does look good.
It's really good. Really, really good. So if you got this particular Shaman.
Or just burlap micarta.
Burlap micarta. Yeah. I got a CME for you.
Damn, look how close that is.
Yeah.
That is so close. Alice says, need to get one of the monkey fists I make. Ask Jared. You could have all kinds of fun at shows.
There you go.
Going on some macking.
I mean, there, you know.
What's up, Evil E?
Fisting.
Evil E.
Fisting's one of my favorite hobbies.
He loves,
you know.
He loves fisting. CME doesn't work on my UK TK.
That's correct. It does not. It has to be a compression lock knife. Sorry. The CME stands for compression made easy.
Yeah.
And,
won't work on your back locks either, guys.
No, sorry.
I'm looking for a new work knife for under $200. I would recommend the Manix too, but what would you recommend?
If you're looking, hold up. I got you.
I recommend one of these, but this is the XL. So the XL too, but the regular Manix, which is a little bit smaller than this, it comes in multiple different versions, different steels, different handle materials, and there are so many ways to upgrade it later on. You have so many different parts you can make, but solid knife, and Spider-Good does such a good job with the heat treat.
I'm going for a little bit more budget option than that for a really solid work knife. Oh
yeah, this is a good work knife.
This is the best ever work knife.
Can you get them?
Well, you can get, mine's a little different. You can get the Manly Peak, but mine has the hole, and the newer one has the stud. And so, yeah, there's that.
Grab your RSK.
But
you have your RSK right now?
I do, yeah.
Somebody's mentioning this.
RSK is a really good one as well.
I think the blade shape of the Manix is similar to just like what he just pulled up. It has that, you can do utility cuts. You have a little bit of belly for belly cuts, nice good area for push cuts. It's a versatile blade shape. That's why I think it's just perfect for work. This is a great one too. I think it has a little bit higher tip than I prefer for a work knife, but it still works great.
Yeah, really good knife. Hogue RSK, really excellent knife.
20 CV, great steel.
Yep. And then the other budget option, which you can get, is the Kaiser Slicer. Really fantastic knife, great pocket clip.
Strong lock.
Really, really great work knife.
Yeah, that one's surprising, but I like that one.
Yeah, it's really good. And, you know, not like super fidgety. It's got a crown spine. It's just a really, really awesome, no frills, bitchin' work knife with really good geometry. It's called the Kaiser Slicer. I wanted to say these were like $60 or something.
Yeah, Alice says the Demco 80 20.5 with Grivery scales and 3V blade, 189. Yeah, that'd be good. The only problem I think with it depends on your line of work, but it might have a little bit of thicker geometry than what you need, but it does depend on what your work is.
No, I knew you were joking around, Mark. I got you.
If you get the 20.5, get the 3V one worth the upgrade. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Hands down.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're already spending so much for, that steel. And from my experience, now I'm sure they fixed it because the one I got wound up coming from the first blade show when they were rushing to get them there. So I think mine was, probably rushed. But the first couple that I tried, the heat treats on the OS 10, which I've had a lot of OS 10 and I've had great experiences with all my OS 10. But my OS 10 on my 80 20.5 was really bad. Really, really bad. I couldn't get it to hold an edge at all. Taking an edge sucked. And then even Brian Wallace, anything knife related. He sent me a video and pictures. He was trying to sharpen his, and he got an up close picture of it, and you can see his burr was not like a regular burr. It looked like a bunch of fibers. Like it was crazy, and he was trying to get it sharp, but it was really weird the way it was deburring. His was bad too. So I seen multiples, but like I said, I think a lot of them were just rushed because the first blade show they were trying to get as many of them there. Mm-hmm. They had just dropped, so it was probably that.
And they sold like insane.
I know.
It was crazy. They did crazy.
What are those leather saps for? They look like padded straps with a knot on the end. What's
he's talking about what the hell they call them? They look they're a leather sap. They're like a leather strap that's like this wide or whatever, and at the end, yeah, kind of
like where you hit somebody.
Yeah.
You
It's
put
got like a lead weight.
Slapjack.
Slapjack, okay, sap, whatever.
I didn't know they were called saps.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right term for it, but you can beat the shit out of someone with
the geometry on the 3V variants are much sharper than the Austin. I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
The geometry, though, you know, they are a little bit robust they're supposed to, because it's supposed to be a strong lock, and I understand it. It's just, you know, like if you plan on using it as a work knife, and that means you plan on sharpening it multiple times, right? By the time you've sharpened that thing 10 times, fuck, that's going to be thick behind the edge. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about long-term sharpening it and all that stuff. You want something that you don't have a problem sharpening.
Hey, Kyle, on the MagnaCut Decas, I can only speak to the ones that I have had, and I think I've had 4 of them now, 2 of which I actually used. You know, I've heard a few things out there, people talking about them. Blackjack. Oh, there
Blackjack,
you go.
Slapjack.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah, Blackjack. Yeah. That makes more sense.
That does.
But anyway, on the MagnaCut Decas, the ones that I personally have had, I didn't do like crazy extensive testing, but I did put the steel on stones and just wanted to feel it out. Like, and Jared can speak to this too, but like once you sharpen enough stuff, like I can tell as soon as I hit the steel on stones, I can tell if it's going to do well or not. You know, I'm not saying that it's a super precise way, but I know
but you have a good idea.
You have a good idea.
I've explained this before. Like anybody who's wondering what you're feeling, like when you've dealt with like say M390 a dozen times or more, you know when it hits the diamonds, like how the diamonds bite into the steel.
Right.
If it skates, then you know that's hard. Right. You know if it skates across the diamonds, it's got to be hard. And now, if it mushes into it and the diamonds really bite into the metal really deep, well, then you know it's a little softer.
Right. And so, I mean, you get that feel over time. And so you just kind of know. And so the Decas that I have had were, I'm going to say they were what I expected. It wasn't like they were shitty. It wasn't like they were amazing. It's what I kind of expected. So, I mean, to me, I think it's too early to throw Hug under the bus and say that their MagnaCut's no good or whatever.
I think so too. I think it's too early.
Because
give them an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm just not willing to say that at this point in time.
I've heard people say that they did control tests and didn't do good. Then I've heard other people say that theirs was good. Like I've heard back and forth emotions on it, so it's hard to say. I haven't personally handled it yet from them, but I will say though, if it's probably running on the softer side, enough people will complain. They'll tune it up.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the ones I had, like I said, they performed well. I didn't go crazy on the testing, but I did some, and they were fine, you know. My
Rockwall, so I compared it to, at the time when I tested it, to Spyderco's, right? Which I know is not a good comparison. Spyderco's was way better, right? But Spyderco's was doing theirs between, I think, 62.5 and 63.5. So it was around 63, and it was phenomenal. It was the Mule. It was so good. It was really good MagnaCut.
Hold on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Evil E got taken? Do we need to go out?
I mean, we can go handle it right now.
Yeah, like we'll go fucking drop bows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Evil E.
We're only one message away. You just
that's right. Know. You just let us know. Blink twice.
3 times just to be safe.
Right.
But this one, so it didn't do as good as the Mule, but so I already know, I could tell from the sharpening and everything that it was softer than the Mule for sure. If I had to guess, I'd guess it was probably like 62, but I think it was still a good heat treat because I had some other stuff that was around that felt crappy.
You got the Spyderco MagnaCut Mule?
I did.
Yeah.
I don't have it now, but I did, and I tested it, and man, it did so good. Good.
I've got all the mules that have come out over the last year and a half.
Everything about it, the way it sharpened, the way it took an edge, how long it lasted. I did multiple edges, multiple cut tests. So this still held its own really good. So I'm going to say it's still good, but no, it wasn't as good as Spyderco's. Still really good, still held a really good edge, still took a really good edge, and it took a really fine edge. Now, the other stuff that I tried wouldn't even take a polished edge. Yes, it would take a polished edge, but the polished edge was no good. Like you could literally run your fingers back and forth because it held no bite to it. Almost like it didn't have edge stability to really take that fine edge. But this stuff did. This stuff did great with the polished edge. So
yeah.
So I think it's maybe on the softer side, but still good. You know.
Yeah.
Because there, you have that. You can have like somewhat of a lower HRC than optimal, but still a really good heat treat. And I think that's where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a soft 20.5 too. It was the old green. Yeah, mine was beyond soft though. Like it was like pretty bad. Like it took, I don't even know how many edges until I started getting into good steel, and even the good steel is not that great on it. Yeah. So it probably had a super burnt edge. Plus it was soft. It was like everything. Like I said, I had the feeling that it was just rushed. Mm-hmm. That's how it felt. Yep. And I wasn't the only one, so it wasn't like I could say like it was just mine. Like a bunch of people complained about the exact same things I had a problem with. Right.
You know what wasn't rushed? Ooh. And then I picked it up. This knife right here. This thing is so freaking good. Yeah.
I tested one of the smaller ones, mm-hmm. and I had one of these ones in for sharpening the bigger ones. Mm-hmm. Damn it, they take such a crazy edge. Right? Holy shit.
I've been super pumped on this knife. Shit. This has been one of my faves recently.
The edge, really the one I put on there, I put a low-angled, high-polished edge, and I mean, it was like that type of edge that you almost don't even want to touch because it's so scary, like just whittling through hairs. But
hey, Levi, I don't know what thumb stud you're looking for, but we've got some for sale on OCD for EDC. We also got a bunch of scales.
Bang! Go on the site.
Yeah, for all sorts of stuff, all sorts of different knives. We got some carbon fiber scales like 940s, 945s.
Is it linked in the description?
This?
Well, your site.
Oh, yeah, it's on the website.
Yeah. Go on the website.
Yeah, go to the website.
For EDC.
OCD4EDC.com. And it's down here at the bottom, down here in this thing, running across the screen.
Yeah. Can you just click on it?
Click on the website?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I've never tried. But there it is right there. Here it is right here.
Well,
right here. Check out OCD4EDC.com.
No, you can't just click on it. Maybe. No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No.
I don't know how to do here, let's see if we can. Let's see.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
I'm gonna see what happens when we do this. Auto add screen.
I won the first one that they sent out from Jimmy Slash, and it was soft as butter. The butter. Justin, you still going to carry Tucson? If so, can you tell them to make a fucking catalog finally?
I would love that, Kyle. Yeah. I'll be totally honest with you. Here's the deal.
They have too many knives. They wouldn't have the ability.
Well, there's a lot of knives, but so when I set up to be a dealer, the ordering process was an absolute nightmare. And
I can only imagine.
It wasn't Tucson's fault. So here's the thing. And I'm not trying to shit on anyone or throw anyone under the bus or anything like that. I'm just being honest. They have someone here, and I'm not going to name them or anything like that, but they have someone here for U.S. representation. And the guy's a super nice guy, really nice guy, and I really like the guy. He's really unreliable. And, it is what it is. It was really difficult ordering anything. Basically, he would just constantly always tell me what you want. And I'd tell him what I want. And then he'd say, we don't have any of that. And I would say, okay, tell me what you have. And then I'll tell you what I want. Because I don't know what you have.
You're just playing a guessing game.
Right. And then he'd say, well, just tell me what you want. And then I'd say, well, I don't know what you have. And I don't know what the prices are on anything. Give me a fucking book. Give me a list. Give me anything.
Catalog, right?
Yeah, I don't give a shit what you give me. Just give me something. And it was back and forth. And to be quite honest with you, I just haven't had time to deal with it.
Later, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
See you later. It just sucked. And I hate that because, it just was kind of a pain in the ass. And
yeah, I can imagine that. And especially when there's so many, You know, and so like when you think, like when I think about it right now, if I had the ability, I could imagine so many I want.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's like, you know how long my list would be?
Right.
You know, but if I know like half that list is gone or maybe not obtainable or it'd make it very difficult.
And then you end up with, you know, I don't know what the prices are, so I don't know what quantities of this or that. I mean, you know, I don't have infinite budget, so I have to like, you know, I want to pick the ones that I think are going to sell the best and all those kinds of things. And it just was super difficult. So
with only numbers and no website or catalog, it's a nightmare. They're hard to track them. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like with so many numbers, and like even like thinking about, you know, typing it down and everything, and having everything. Fuck, man, the whole thing. Man, I can imagine how big of a nightmare.
Yeah, and the thing is, and when you have the guy that's the U.S. representation, if he's not like a well-oiled machine and really organized and all that stuff, it just makes it way worse. And that's what was going on. It was bad.
So you're the dealer in Chicago? Be right back. I gotta make a phone call.
Yep.
I think it was the Blade HQ exclusive. Oh, he's talking to Todd. Pretty sure the first run at Blade Show was numbered, so you may be good. Just got to use and sharpen and hope it's good.
I will tell you guys this. I don't know if you guys remember the Max Ace Babylon button lock. You don't remember that knife?
Yeah.
I've got a handful of those coming in stock. I was able to get a couple of them. I think I got 3 of them. I'm pretty sure they're going to be there on tomorrow.
They fixed that issue that they were having, right?
What issue?
So wasn't there an issue, and maybe it was just some of the ones I've seen. It might not have been all of them, but I thought they were having issues with like detent lash.
So then this will blow your mind. So I had like 4 or 5 of them before that I sold.
Okay.
Right. And everybody that got them loved them. Lefty bought one from me, and his
had detent lash,
but only if the button was turned the right way.
Oh. So if you had the button turned, it was fine?
I don't know, dude.
Lefty's a nitpicky bastard.
Dude, the thing is, so here's the deal. Everybody has a different expectation of what good is and all that sort of stuff. And all I can say is that, you know,
I will give Lefty credit. He is willing to take it apart and work on it and try to fix it. I give him credit for that.
That's 9 times nine times out of 10 the problem. Yeah,
that can happen too.
Because here's the deal. I made this with 100% honesty on 3 different occasions. 3. Lefty bitched and screamed, and this knife was fucked up, and the detent, not this one, but just the whatever he had in his hand at that moment. This one's a piece of shit. It doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And while we were on a live stream together, I said, hold that back up to the camera. And then I told him what he needed to do to fix it, and he did. And then it was great. So I'm just saying that maybe he put his fat fingers in there and fucked it up, and then he's all pissed off and the knife's a piece of shit, and it's all, you know, something's out of place, something's not right. I'm just saying. I love the guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love him to death.
But he's been known to pull something apart and then dick it up, putting it back together.
I think he admits that, though, too.
Just saying.
You know, which is the hilarious
part.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's so funny.
What I can tell you is that in my experience, Max Ace has done phenomenal work.
Everything really I've tried from them has been pretty good.
Like this one right here.
This thing has like one of the most stoutest, snappiest detents, man. Listen to it. Just listen to it. You can hear it.
It's a beast.
Sounds like a damn whip cracking.
Yeah, that thing rockets out.
Yeah, it kicks out.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, you'd think it was assisted.
Mm-hmm.
It literally has that same feeling when you break the detent because there's like no stopping it.
Alice says there's nothing funnier than Lefty's disassembly video. Yeah, so it is pretty comical. But anyway, so if anyone's interested,
oh yeah, somebody was asking you
if some Max Ace Babylons,
the glow in the dark beads.
Oh yeah,
on the site.
Oh, I don't know if they're on the site yet.
They might not be.
But we have. Oh, she's been working on them for a while. They're pretty cool. Like I'm not a big lanyard person, but they are cool. Like you know, for anybody that's into that kind of thing, they're pretty neat. So they glow really well. They're pretty cool.
I have the wood conspirator, and the button sticks shit unless you turn the button to a certain point. Well, then turn it to that point. Also, make sure it's dry.
Yes, and that's the biggest thing is, so on button locks especially, and on
KPL will get you.
Yeah. So KPL, if you get it on that lock surface, it'll create lock stick like no other. So go in there. A lot of people don't know this, but the reason that putting, like, I'm sure a lot of people you've heard to correct lock stick to use a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Sharpie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And do you know why? You know what it does?
It creates I'm just guessing here, but I'm guessing it creates a layer between, or it keeps it dry, maybe?
Sharpie is a solvent.
Oh.
And it gets the oil out of, you know, you can have a microscopic layer of oil on that lock surface, and by putting Sharpie on there, it gets any oil residue off of that space. Nice. So it's not actually, I mean, you could do it with any solvent. It doesn't have to be a Sharpie. If your button lock has lock stick,
if it only has a tiny bit of stick, I'd say be happy. Because a tiny bit means that your lock is engaging well.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, obviously, if you have to pop it, then that's not good. But if it's just like a little tick, and I would say that's a great thing, because that means your lock is engaging well, and you're not going to have, because not usually, but a lot of times when that goes away, that means it's a waiting time bomb for you to start getting blade rock, right? With a button lock. But as long as that button is a little snug, then you're never going to have blade rock. Like mine doesn't have any, but I have a little tiny bit. And it's so small, like I love it. I want it there. But yeah, I don't want to fight for it, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And and to me, like, there's an acceptable level of lock stick, especially on a new knife. Like, let it break in a bit.
Yeah, let it break in too. Yeah.
And so Alice, working on a collab with, I think Molly was talking to you about some naughty knots, right? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
I got a Kubi with detent lash. It's cheap ass stop pin. Would it be worth it to find one to fit it?
If it's worth it to you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a personal thing. Like, if it's worth it to you, for sure.
You could go.
But if not,
what the hell's that place called? With parts. I can't think of the name of it now.
I don't know.
I can't think of the name of it. But they sell
nice parts. To my
drawer. There's a place so everybody can go to and get little knife parts. That's why I recommend everybody to go to. I can't think of the name of the place, so now. It's a good place, though.
Steve Kluver's talking about he couldn't get the knife out of a sheath because he was squeezing the sheath too hard. What the fuck? This mother.
Damn, the more you pull, the harder you
squeeze. Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of like somebody trying to flip a knife with deadlock, and they sit there and squeeze the damn lock bar, the lock, frame lock, and they're just squeezing down here and pulling down on the flipper tab. Oh, I used to get that all the time. It's painful.
Yeah. So, who said it there? I think it was some
tie connector. Yes, thank you. Tie connectors. You can go to tie connectors. Yeah. They have a lot of parts. So yes, thank you, Oregon and Shane. Yes, tie connector has all kinds of parts. Shane, I seen that you were calling earlier. I couldn't take the call. We were filming and stuff. So, but I said I'd call you later. USA Knife Makers. I've never went through them, but I'm sure they got good parts too. I like tie connectors. They have lots of button lock parts and stuff like that. So,
Todd Carr said that he won't ever buy a button lock.
I forgot about that new button lock. Shit, why didn't I think of this earlier? I gotta buy this.
Which button lock?
Let me buy it first before everybody else gets it there before me.
Well, hold up, I might want one.
The new Elementum button lock in 20 CV. With a fuller right here. This one.
Holy shit, that's spendy.
It's 20 CV in titanium.
Oh, it's high. Okay. All right. I'm going to say, fuck. Is it Knife Center exclusive?
Yes.
Yeah,
as far as I know, yeah. Not 100%, but. I would guess so. But let me just be honest, the fuller doesn't change anything. It's still, you still have to push the button to use the fuller. So don't think that it's going to have a detap, because it does not. I thought it was going to, so I was like, yes, they made the perfect button lock Elementum, yes.
Yeah.
And then I found out, no, they just put the fuller there on 20 CV and titanium.
So here's the thing with button locks. A button lock is an easy thing that can be screwed up. I mean, there's a lot of complex geometry going on to make a good button lock, but if you do it right, they're really, really good. So don't be afraid of the button lock. I encourage everyone to go try one. And Mark, yes, Manly Knives does a really great job grinding blades.
Is that the Mordax?
This is the Mordax. Yes, sir.
Hey, you bought the Mordax.
Yep.
I love the Mordax.
This one's,
man, that's a good knife, man.
This one's gonna get some
this one's
work.
one of my, to be honest, one of my favorite knives. I never had one, but I've tried a bunch of them. I just think like for a button lock, USA made, Pro Tech, good steel. I mean, just everything about it. It's great. I wish it was titanium, but I don't care.
I'm good with the aluminum.
I'm good with the aluminum too. I'm just saying, wishes.
So this one's getting
a hole.
Yeah, a D-shaped hole with the flipper delete.
I like it.
And a hollow grind.
Oh, flipper delete too.
Yeah,
you're not going to keep the flipper.
No,
you don't want multiple deployments.
I'm gonna delete the flipper. And the reason for it is because I don't like. I mean, I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet because I would rather
it'd be more comfortable.
It would be more comfortable because this hooks up the other direction from a hinderer.
Yeah, I
know that hook there.
Right.
But the other thing that I don't really like is it adds to the action just because there's so much weight out here, but there's really no distal taper on this blade. If you look at the blade stock, there's really no distal taper on it.
Right, it's just like solid all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the Malibu. I like the Malibu a lot. This one, I don't know why, man. I love the look of it. It's just like my style of knife. Now, yes, I would like, to me, what I would do is, yes, I would put the whole deployment and put a hollow grind on it. Yeah. Those two things.
That's
and it's easy to do. You know what I mean? Like $60 BGM knives, you get it back in a week. You put the hole in yourself, bang, bang. And this detent is so good, man.
I just have to take it out to my shop. Yeah. I got that new grinder. I haven't even used it yet because I haven't been home.
I can't even hook mine up. I got the grinder. Mr. Amazing bought me like a $2,000 grinder, $272, but I can't hook it up where I'm at, so I'm just gonna have to wait till I move. I had plans. I could hook it up, but it's just where I'm at. Like for me to do the vacuum system to get all the stuff out, it won't work. So I'm gonna have to wait, and because the metal dust will just be everywhere and it won't work out. I did have a plan like for the vacuum system and everything, which I technically could do, but I'm super worried about where it'll be and how I'll have to set it up. Where I planned it and everything just won't work out. So, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to set it up and still use it. Right. It's going to be a little bit later.
Yeah.
I'm damn sure going to be using it. Dude, it's USA made. It's a badass system. Really good.
And it came with the vacuum and everything?
No.
Oh, gotcha.
But everything else is there. I just got to put it together.
Yep. Right on.
Got S45 VN Malibu. Fantastic knife for the money. Yeah, the Malibus are dope. Yeah. They're badass.
Absolutely.
Great blade shape, too. Yeah. I got a BGM regrind on my Mordax. Nice. I got one on my Spartan Heartsey and on my Archbishop 3.0.
Yeah, that Spartan Heartsey. I saw that when we were down at Blade Show. That fucker is sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few other knives I want to get to. Because like we were talking about earlier, it's the best. Right. You know, having a hollow grind is the best on EDC knives.
It is.
Obviously, there is a level of which a flat grind can be done right, but considering most EDC knives, they'd be better if they had a hollow. Not all, but most.
Yeah. Yep.
$300 to spend on sharpening supplies, Neeves stones, or a fixed angled system. So that's tough, man, because if you can freehand, I would say just get the Neeves stones. But if you can't freehand, then a sharpening system like a TS Prof Cadet is going to be the way to go. I have a full review video coming on the Cadet really soon. And then you can always get the Neeves stones for that. But yes, then they're going to be more affordable because if you get the plates, they're obviously more expensive than the 1x6s. I love my smock after I did the second detent delete.
Yep.
Jared,
yeah.
Another type. Wait. Jared, want another button lock elementum? I'll trade ya. Never used one for something. I just bought one. I literally just bought one while we were talking. But I got the titanium 20 CV one. No, I got this would be my third one. I don't need any more. But I'm sure there's somebody else that people like them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like every time I post it, every time like I get lots of comments of people loving them. So
for sure.
And I like it too, man. I like the obviously I would love for a better deployment, but I like that it's unique. I like the way it feels, how when it clicks in. I think the shape is great. I think it slices really good. I love the hollow grind. I love the blade shape.
What's a VC edge interface? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. V ground to edge interface? I don't know. VC edge interface.
I don't know.
Mark, explain better.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, Mark.
Infraction button lock. Dreaming.
Yeah, the Manix 2s, the Manix 2s used to be hollow ground.
Yeah, they used to, yeah.
Right. My Freyden lock is a hollow ground 4V, and she is sweet.
I appreciate it, Kyle. I literally just bought one while we were sitting here.
Just like, all right, Mark, I'll look it up.
Is the Manix thick enough for a hollow grind? That's tough because it doesn't have, because it's a full flat.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have a place. I would say anybody you're going to send it to is going to want to do just a thinner flat grind.
Yeah.
If you said it'd be
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. And the thing is, if you look at the hollow ground Manixes, they are the full stock thickness all the way down, and then it's like a saber hollow grind. It's only like the bottom third of the blade that's hollow.
Right. And the regular one's not like that.
The regular one is a full flat grind from the spine all the way down, and so you don't have enough meat there to do a full hollow.
But you could get a flat grind that's thinner, which will basically do the same thing.
Absolutely.
You will get it basically turned into the same type of geometry in a way, because when the flat grind is done right and it's such a slow taper, it makes it to where every time you sharpen it, it barely gets thicker.
Nick, I could probably 3D print the Manix cage, but I doubt it would turn out all that well. I mean, it's such a small part with a lot of really complex geometry. A resin printer would be better for that kind of thing. And honestly,
resin printer. Huh?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Huh. And I don't have a resin printer. All my printers are FDM, so they feed filament.
Tree Stab and Troy put a link in the
Tree Stab and Troy. Yeah. So he said check it out. VC edge knives. I don't know what VC edge knives are.
Why?
I was trying to find.
Am I late on this? Oh yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't screw up our live stream here, guys. Sure. But let me see something here.
I'm looking at it right now. Smart man, DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, there you go.
An
you like that?
Weight, medium duty flipper style folding pocket knife. Designed to be extremely lightweight while still retaining full-size 3.6-inch blade with its carbon fiber body. I'm going to scroll down. Oh, okay. Yes, I know what it is now. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see.
These things are super light.
So I want to see if I can share the screen. Should I click that?
Yeah.
Screen.
Yeah.
Hit that again.
Yeah. And then, well, I never had that, so yeah. I guess.
Let's see. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Good enough?
Yeah. All right, now go to Chrome tab. And then click the store VC Edge right there, and then share. Yeah. And then now it's already on, so now go up here and click the other tab. And it's
all right, there we go. So here's the VC Edge
now,
knives.
if you want to scroll, you got to go back to it.
Oh, I can't scroll around on this?
No, you got to go back.
Okay. All right. So here's the VC Edge knives.
Let's see your mouse.
Yeah, yeah. ultra lightweight, medium duty flipper style, folding pocket knife designed to be extremely lightweight. Blah blah blah. 3.6-inch blade
with only 1.6 ounces. Though.
Holy shit!
3.6-inch blade. If you scroll down, it's right here. You can see it. That's crazy light for a 3.6-inch blade.
Okay.
So what it is
I got you, boo.
All carbon fiber. The lock bar.
The interface. Yeah, check that out.
That's badass.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
They're not cheap, but there's a lot of work done in them. I did watch. This guy has a channel. This guy has a channel. And the blade's carbon fiber, by the way. Look at the blade. The blade is carbon fiber
with the cutting edge on it. Yeah, I see that.
That's crazy.
So, there you go.
That's crazy. Carbon fiber blade with what steel is the? I don't know, but it's some type of high-end steel or high-grade steel. Look at that carbon fiber. That's beautiful. He even put the inlay on the blade, like his logo.
Let's see here.
This thing is
M390 61 HRC, hand rubbed satin, 190 thousandths,
20-degree secondary bevel.
Blade thickness is 4.82. 190 thou blade thickness? That's because it's fucking carbon fiber.
Yes, right. And multi-row ceramic bearings.
Titanium cage.
With a titanium cage. Man, this thing's just gooch, it's just bougie as hell.
Yeah,
bougie as all hell. Everything you can imagine. Now, obviously, this is going to be the exact opposite of a tough knife.
Oh, yeah, this thing's...
only for cutting purposes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
The clip looks short, but the
clip is short.
Work, right? It might work.
I mean, it looks like it. The handle looks fine. Like it would.
Yeah, the handle looks comfortable.
Where's this guy at? Where's this guy from?
He did show up on one of my lives. I actually went through. So what I did is he has a YouTube channel and he actually does videos showing some of this stuff. He came on my channel and I critiqued his channel on my on a live. And just told him things he could do better.
So he's got a Tormach in his garage, it looks like.
Let's check on his gallery really quick. It only gets bougie.
Oh, yeah. Fat carbon, Timascus. Holy
Lefty,
shit.
Eat your heart out. You thought you were bougie?
Look at
that.
That's the titanium bearing cage right there. Multi-row.
Crazy. Why do you think the gaps are there? Like for grease or something? Yeah.
Well, I think just weight relieving.
Yeah, because he wants everything as light as freaking possible.
And so instead of just being 2 rows, he cut these windows out in it and then moved the balls to have
I'm surprised
3
he
rows.
put a clip on it because it added weight. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he didn't do some sort of diamond wire clip.
Oh, here we go. Here's a frame.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see the lock bar.
Look at the weight relieving on it.
Yeah, that's insane.
Obviously, like I said before, guys, this is just ultra lightweight cutting performance, no toughness, but it looks badass. I held one for just 1 minute for 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, but it was at the blade show, but literally just really quick, and it is so light. It's crazy. It does. Right. It breaks the laws of physics. Right. It breaks, when you grab it, it's like there's something wrong here. That's what you think.
Yeah, and
the edge looks good, but then I wonder how many sharpenings are you going to get out of it?
Not many.
Right. One of them looked like it had more steel on it, so maybe that's an older one or something. Like this one, I mean...
Yeah, this one here looks a little fatter, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and I
wonder how he's... I wonder if that's just glued on? Because, I mean, how else are you going to hold it on there?
Yeah, it has to be glued.
It's got to be.
Resin on there or
whatever. Yeah, epoxy.
Yeah, whatever. Epoxy, that's what I meant. Yeah, epoxy.
That thing's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it is. It's very cool looking. And even the machine work they did with the titanium fitting into the carbon
It's got holes drilled out this way. Pockets milled out.
Whatever it takes. Yeah, man, the machine timing. Oh,
yeah, man. That thing's bougie as all hell.
That's crazy.
So here, let's see if we can.
But I just think about like what, like, because
I
obviously
guess
that's
you can't click on.
the steel. I wish. So this is one thing I wish. I wish that he would have made the steel flat and then a bevel. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because then because when you sharpen this, you're going to want to sharpen at the same angle that's already on there.
I mean, really, for how much work he's putting into these, $800 doesn't seem that crazy.
No, it does not seem crazy. Not compared to some of the other things we see for $800.
Right, exactly.
This looks amazing for $800, but I just wish that there was a little bit more steel so that when I go to resharpen it, if I do get some little microchips in my edge, I can resharpen it, and I can do it at the same angle and be able to remove a tiny bit of steel.
So here's the most recent one. This is the full dress interface, number 74. This one was $3,150. $3,150.
Decked out.
Damascus pocket clip, cobblestone pattern, Damascus backspacer, shockwave, internal serial number milling, lock bar hand satin. Jesus.
24 karat gold, I'm just guessing. Inlay on the flipper tab.
Yeah, fat carbon gold camo scales, hand sanded smooth. Hardware, 63 HRC on this guy.
63 HRC on what though? What steel is it?
M390.
M390. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's what you want to see.
Yeah. I mean, that thing's...
It's insane.
Hardware double heat anodized to match Damascus.
Does he say how he puts it? I mean, obviously, it's, it's glued, like you said.
It's got to be. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so thin.
Oh, I was wondering, like, maybe if there was some sort of pins, maybe, and then glue it and then pin it. You know what I mean? Like so if you drilled holes into the carbon fiber and then you left little pins up on the steel. And
I'm guessing he might machine
a track
and tongue and groove it.
And groove, yeah.
And then maybe, possibly, but...
Go back up really quick. Look at how it V's. You can see the cut of the carbon fiber. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It just looks mean.
It does. It does. And it's
nice cut of mocha tie.
I mean, it's gorgeous. But $3,150, holy balls. 3.6-inch blade.
The crystal Damascus or whatever it is amazing. Oh man, you gotta check.
Thickness behind the edge is 4 to 9 thousandths. 20-degree secondary bevel.
Oh, so that is steel, and then he puts a 20-degree edge on there, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's like
zero ground, a little edge.
Yes,
it does, but he's...
So it's so thin, the 20-degree edge, but we can't see it.
Right.
That's what it is. It's so thin.
Right, but the carbon fiber is 4.82 millimeters thick. Almost 5 millimeters thick.
164 thousandths.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty thick.
That's pretty thick.
But it has to be.
Just to put it into perspective, this knife right here, which you guys probably see in the little thumbnail or whatever, the Onslaught, this is 120 thousandths blade stock, and it's a 5-inch long blade.
Most Civivis are 120 thousandths too, so good perspective. So it's thicker than that, 40 thousandths thicker than that, over 40 thousandths thicker. So thick carbon fiber, but you kind of understand it because it needs a little, even though carbon fiber technically is pretty damn tough or strong, I guess. I don't know if it'd be tough, but it's definitely strong.
Well, the other thing is his prices. So he went from $855 from the interface pre-order, 4 to 6 month delivery, to $3,150 for this bad boy.
For the dress, for the full dress.
Yeah. Wow. That's a hell of a price jump.
Yeah, it is. I'd stick with the regular one for sure.
Yeah. I'm cool on
the difference is the fat carbon or whatever it's called, that type of carbon.
I think
gold carbon.
Well, it's a gold foil
carbon fiber. And then so the other one's regular carbon fiber. This one's gold foil. Then you have the mocha tie, and then probably, I don't know, but I know the backspacer is mocha tie. I don't know about the hardware. Maybe the hardware is too. You get that gold inlay.
Yeah, in the flipper.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Number 74.
Yeah. It looks like you should be able to highlight it and zoom in, but it doesn't let me.
It looks like it is.
It looks like an inlay, right, in the flipper tab?
Yeah, and then
it
also
looks like it's gold.
well, looks like there's 2 inlays there, and then this does. I don't know if it's just anodized like that, but it almost looks like that might be the same mocha tie or whatever.
Okay.
It's crazy, man, because machining hardware on that stuff, I gotta imagine, is a bitch.
I mean, yeah, tie hardware is not easy to pull off anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never machined mocha tie.
Gonna have to sell all my Ganzos to get that full dress.
You better have a fucking truckload of Ganzo.
Right, I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's gonna take a small truckload.
Later, Matt.
A big truckload.
Take it easy, man.
Later on, Matt. Have a good night,
It
man.
isn't going anywhere. You'll snap the blade before you get a delamination, probably. That's true. I mean, you're not. I mean, I don't know, but I would imagine you just don't use it like that.
Right. Yeah, you're not like trying to pry a freaking nail out of a 4x4 with it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what this is for.
No, this is precision cutting only.
This is
opening things. That's it.
This is to show off to people and
Yes.
open a bag of chips.
Yes. Bags of chips, possibly some Amazon packages, maybe.
But those have adhesive on the tape.
Right.
Yeah, chips. You might get a little salt debris.
Cellophane.
Yeah.
But and then showing off Instagram posts.
Yeah. Yep.
But damn it, those are some fucking bitchin' ass Instagram posts.
Right.
You're flexing.
For sure.
People get so mad, like when I do them shorts, like with some expensive knife, I get like hating ass comments. Who the fuck would spend $800 on a knife? Like, I mean, just like the most ridiculous comments. I would make the internet break if I put a $3,500 knife on there like that. They would go crazy.
So don't forget about the Jack Wolf knives dropping tomorrow. But I was gonna look on here to see if
best one yet
shared those pieces and whatnot. So here's the the Shaman CME. Oh, look at that right there.
Oh, snap.
Boom.
Look at how clean that is.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
It does look good, doesn't it?
It looks great.
And then, you can get yourself some glow carbon fiber CMEs and some different ones. They're kind of hard to see. Little C-Tech CMEs, the stuff, the things. Yeah. And we got the glow. Oh. Yeah, those are pretty cool.
That's a
too.
cool pattern. Yeah, that looks cool. Almost like a candy cane.
Yes, sir. They're pretty cool. So anyway, let's go back and look.
But yeah, the Jack Wolf knives tomorrow. That's the best one yet, man.
Jack Wolf knives.
The
Midnight Jack. Dropping tomorrow at 1 p.m. Look at the purple fat carbon.
Looks so good. And then I love the shape of the handle, the coffin shaped handle. It looks so damn good.
That bitch and hollow grind.
I think the blade and handle together, they work together on this. You can, when it's closed, you have so much blade hanging out. It's easy to open. This is the easiest one to open, in my opinion. The best blade shape yet. The best handle yet. Everything is the best on this one yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all really so good. So that's a huge statement in my opinion.
Yeah.
These are all fucking amazing.
Yeah. And it's good for sure. And then of course there's the hardware, the can that you get and the slip and all that stuff. And then we also got clip slips. Which color?
Yeah, color.
If
you had to pick one.
Yeah. Of course I love the way the fat carbon looks.
Me too.
But I love the way the micarta feels.
Me too.
And
I'm
so
the same way.
I'm kind of digging on the natural micarta. I like the contrast from the blasted tie to that white.
I agree with that.
It's cool.
But the fat carbon it just looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah, the fat carbon looks great, but the micarta feels so good.
Yes, I agree with that.
And really all the micartas look good, but I'm kind of digging the contrast.
Yes.
I do.
I agree. Yeah, that one's my favorite one as of right now. But I would not have, like, if I had a collection of the Jack Wolf knives, which I do, I would have to have a fat carbon one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If not a couple.
It's just a good looking knife overall.
Such a damn good looking. And it's so thin, that full hollow grind. The geometry of a knife just can't get better.
You're right. Right.
Without being a problem. You know.
Yep, it's good. And then we got some clip slips from Lancelot Leather, branded, little Jack Wolf.
I gotta get one of these.
Yeah, and dude, the clips. That looks like it's crooked,
it's
but
inside the little slot right there.
Oh yeah,
I gotta get one of these.
And it's perfect. The clip is, you actually have to kind of like pull the clip out a little bit to get it out of your pocket to get it up over the hem. Right. It's made so it stays in. You can pull the knife out and put it back in. Yeah, and it worked, dude. They work so good.
All of them will work with this.
Yes, yeah. So the Midnight Jack fits right in there, and dude, the blade tucks so nicely in the corner.
That's awesome.
And so we got different colors of thread.
I'm just gonna grab one right now.
So we've got natural thread, OD green, silver thread, black thread, blue, and dark green. It looks like. Oh wait. Oh shit! Some of them are sold out. Oh, we got OD green thread.
Is that the one you got left? OD green.
OD green, black is we still have.
How can I pick the color?
Blue. Right here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so
OD green, black.
The blue sold out.
And dark green is available.
Silver thread sold out.
Here you go. Here's the dark green. Just to let you know. Like, they don't. All the leather is the same color. Oh, just the thread color is different.
Yeah. No, that's the one I want. I want the dark green.
Yeah, dark green is available.
Because I like seeing the stitches. I think the stitches look really good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. And so you can see he did these stitches. He goes around the outside of the leather. So instead of just stitching the leather, and the leather is also really thin, so it doesn't add like a bunch of bulk to your pocket.
I left you a message.
It's good. Did you?
I said, sucker.
Nice. Hell yeah. So anyway, you guys can go, check that stuff out. Do a little perusing.
But I don't think you guys fucking bought them all.
I don't think Molly has. I don't think she put on those little. Let's see. Yeah, so there you go. Benchmade Mini Crooked River carbon fiber kit. Hell yeah. Got CRKT Hex Driver Toolkit.
Yeah, those are good. I got one of those.
Yeah,
those are awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
I've had mine for a while, but I wound up my magnet wound up popping out at one point.
Yep.
But I just glued it right back in.
Yeah.
Came out with one of my bits at one point. Not a problem.
You can also get these bitchin' strops from Steve Kluver made these. And they're really cool.
Mr. Kluver.
Yeah. That's all stainless steel, brushed stainless steel.
No shit.
Yeah. And they come with a wood and a leather. And
wait, hold on. So you get a block of stainless steel?
Well, it's...
I understand it's folded.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah. But I'm just saying you get the stainless steel.
It's MDF on the inside, and then there's a block. Yeah, they come like this, packaged like that, and it's got rubber feet on the bottom, and then these are magnetic on the back, the strops, the wood.
Oh, and it slaps right to it.
Yeah, and
they're like badass.
They're like 12. So the stainless steel block is 14 inches long.
Okay.
And the wood and the leather are 12 inches. So you have like an inch on either end.
And then is this the difference between the suede leather and the face leather?
Well, one of them's wood, bass wood. And one is leather.
Gotcha.
And they come with these Ziploc bags, so you can keep them clean.
Yep.
And keep separated. Them in bags. Yep. And the box is really like you can store it all in the box. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, they're really nice. The packagings are awesome. Like everything about it.
USA made.
Yep, made in Iowa.
That's made in Iowa, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so you right there. Kit's made 100% in the USA by Mr. Steve Kluver, right here in Iowa.
None of that USA made.
No, it's made right here. Well, I'm in Illinois, but over that way.
Actually,
that
here,
way.
but over there.
Over there.
Few feet. Couple inches on the map.
And it's the best strap ever. Like, it's so freaking good. So good. So, yep. Anywho, well, we've been going forever, man.
Yeah,
We've
we
got 2 hours
can
and
stop.
15
Yeah.
minutes.
Jared, it's past your bedtime.
You weren't sure about the basswood, but you think the basswood would work better than the leather? The basswood, both work extremely well. Like there's a time and a place for both.
A lot of people love that basswood. Like I know so many people that's what they live by.
Yeah,
is the basswood.
Yep.
But you know, I've always done leather, so. But I've also used a little bit of everything. So,
dude, for a long time I've used a paint stick for a strop.
How do you take? Is this your mouse? How do you?
Yeah.
Go ahead. How do you take this thing down so they can see us?
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry about that.
I had to package some items for shipping. He's shipping it.
Hey, Cue Ball. What up?
I got that new country Conti bit driver, and it's nice for 34 pounds.
The new country
County time bit driver. I don't know what that
I don't know what that is. Yeah. Right on. Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think it's good to have multiple different bit drivers of different kinds. Like I probably have 12 different ones because I have some over here, but I always want to have 2 in each place, you know, where I'm at.
Yep.
And then sometimes I want a little stubby. Sometimes I want a big one. Sometimes I want something to throw in my bag. So I don't want nothing big. I want something nice and skinny.
Yep.
Sometimes I want an EDC-able one. Sometimes I want one for an Instagram.
Oh, county commission, Kyle.
Oh, okay.
County commission. Got it.
Yeah.
We're dumb.
It's us, not you.
County commie? What the fuck?
Communism?
Yeah.
What was the hardest knife you sharpened so far, Jay? S110V. S110V was the hardest. And wait. Let me be clear. The hardest one that ever turned out great was S110V. The hardest one to ever sharpen was
a Manix and S110.
No, it was what the hell was it? I don't remember what it was, but I remember doing the steel. I don't remember the exact knife. I just remember the deburring problem. But the hardest knife I've ever done was a gas station knife because it didn't have a heat treat. The steel wasn't heat treated.
Here's some of my handiwork on S110V right here.
It might have been a 2. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't.
And
what the fuck was it?
Little mirrored edge right there, if you can see that. It's pretty mirrored. It's been used a little bit after I did that, but you know, mirroring some S110V it takes a little bit of doing, but you can do her.
Yeah.
It's still pretty fucking good.
What I did wrong was I was trying to knock my burr off on my stone like I typically do before I go to my strop. And it just would not come off. It was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I was like, what is going on? Like, I've never had anything like this. But once I got the strop to it, the strop pulled it right off. So I had no issues with it after that. After that, it was fine. Like now when I do S110V, I'm fine with it. But the first time I dealt with it, it was difficult.
Hold that in the light.
Now, that's a beautiful edge.
It's still pretty.
Yeah, still nice and it's still sticky for sure.
Yeah.
You can tell it's been used, but yeah, that's a good used edge.
Mm-hmm.
But the worst of the worst was a gas station knife, man. It wasn't heat treated.
Right. And so you were just folding the burr over back and forth, and
everything went wrong.
Shit,
everything went wrong.
Yeah.
And then the next thing that was the worst was steels that were ruined heat treats.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were either rushed or just something. And I can tell I knew I was gonna have a problem from the start. Like just the way like my diamonds felt pushing into it, I can feel like literally like chewing. It's almost like I always say, it's almost like molding putty. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're just chewing through it and like you're pushing it. That's what it feels like, rather than grinding it off. Like grinding it off. You know, it's like think about right now if I told you to sharpen some Play-Doh versus sharpening a stick. You would have much better time sharpening a stick than sharpening Play-Doh.
Or sharpening a dry, dead stick versus a live wet stick.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great comparison.
With sandpaper.
Right.
because that's what it's like.
Yes.
And it gums up and it balls up and
Yeah.
it's shitty. And yeah, you can tell. That's what I was saying earlier. You hit the stones, you know.
It just takes time, and doing the same steels over and over, you know what it's supposed to feel like. You know the timing and just everything. And once you start hitting it on the stone, you know right away, going across the stone a few times, like if this is not feeling good. Now, also, you could have a somewhat of a decent experience, and it might sharpen up great.
You talking about the killer whale?
Then you get to the burr, and the burr will not remove. It just folds back and forth. That's usually an idea that it's soft, because it's just folding. Now, not like S110V. S110V does that for a different reason, but for other steels, it just won't remove fast. Now, I've had times where I've removed a burr and the entire burr removed off in one wire.
Oh yeah, I have too.
And it's like, that's some shit right
It's so cool, yeah. And I've had times when I go to my strop and I hit it, and I'll have like 2 or 3 burrs that are like this, like a little thin wire stuck in the leather. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Sure. Right on, man. Well, we've been rolling. This is the longest live I've ever done.
Let's get off. Sure. Let's get off. All right, guys.
Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah,
really appreciate it. It was super cool. Thanks for everyone that donated via super chat, all that shit. Yeah, it's super cool.
Don't forget to check out the videos we got coming of us going through. We didn't even show you half the knives we checked out, so we got some really cool videos coming. Yeah, so definitely check those out.
Yeah, those will be posted up on Jared's channel.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, hopefully everybody has a wonderful
morning.
And have a good have a good weekend. And Jared will be live on Saturday night?
Yes.
Saturday night.
Yes.
Molly and I will be alive on Sunday. Should be good.
See you guys later.
Bang. Neeves knives. Later on. Thanks, guys.